Jay?
How you doing, bro?
I'm good. Hanging in there.
Chevin.
Oh, let me get Jack straight.
Jack straight. Where my girl at?
I can't keep up with all the times.
Oh shit, that's that light skin shit.
Nah, not all, man.
What's going on with y'all?
Appreciate it. The usual, man. She going her, I'm just going
Good
me.
morning, good morning, good morning. Here we go.
What is it?
I got one for the road this morning. It's a two-part series, but what's up, V? This is gonna be good this morning because this one different. But it's a two-part. I'm doing the women today and I'm doing the men tomorrow. So it's gonna hit different this morning. So I'm just asking y'all, whoever's here, tap the screen, share the live out. Yeah, this gonna be different this morning, and I think it's worth the conversation. Some things that we don't get a chance to talk about. I know people don't talk about it, but we're gonna get into it this morning because you know me. If it ain't right, I gotta talk about it. And I'm opening the platform to some of y'all sisters because I need to get your perspective this morning. So this is an all-women's panel this morning for those ladies that want to come up and join. Yep. I'm letting the sisters up this morning, so I want to see what y'all think about this. I'm just laughing because it's one of those topics. To see what some of y'all truly stand at. I normally don't do Thursdays, but I got to do today and tomorrow. So today's topic is pretty much for the women. And tomorrow's topic is for the men. Pretty much the same thing. But today's going to be different. I don't get to go as hard as I normally would. Grand Rising. What's up, Pop? What's up, my brother? I hope you're ready tomorrow, Positive, because I'm letting the brothers up tomorrow. I got to hear what some of these men truly got to say. Because, we talk a good game, but I want to see how real we are. So, I gotta get my music going before I get busy. This live is brought to y'all by Starbucks. Nick, what's up? Good morning. Yeah, that's my song right here. Something About You. Hey, Nick. All right, good morning, y'all. Thank y'all for joining. Welcome in. This is Velvet Jones 2.0. Another day, another dollar. Make them scream, make them holler. So, like I said before, tap the screen, share the live out to 10, 15 like-minded people. We're going to get it in. This morning's live is basically for my sisters this morning, for all you women that would like to come up and join. Oh, I get the, which one is this one? I get the caramel ribbon crunch frappe. That's my favorite. That's the one I get. What's up, Ray? Good morning. Yeah, so late. I'm just telling some of you sisters right now, this live is dedicated to y'all because I just need to know where some of y'all women stand at when I'm about to talk about. So my question today is basically the real question is whether a woman is high value or low value. That's what I want to know. Is a woman high value? What determines a woman to be high value and low value? And tomorrow I will be talking. Yeah, see that, Ms. V? Yeah, hit different. Told you, I'm not playing on tape. I'm not playing. Because we need to listen. There's so many things that we need to. There's so many things that people don't talk about that they run away from. I'm not running away from that. I want to touch on every aspect because a lot of people we're not getting this dating thing. We're not getting this relationship thing right. And I'm not saying everybody I'm perfect because I'm not. But at the end of the day, it's all about information, and some brothers may need to know because there's some of us that are just choosing the wrong type of women and saying that she's that. We don't even really know what a high value woman is, but y'all women, our sisters know what a high value woman is. So what is a high value woman and what is a low value woman? Is it beauty, money, education, loyalty, peace, accountability? Or is a high value woman just a label people use to justify their preferences? That's my question. Is it any of those things? Is it beauty? Is it money? Is it education? Is it loyalty? Is it peace? Is it accountability? Or like I said, is high value just a label people use to justify their preferences? So I'm going to let that sink in for a little bit. Let it sink in. Because all of these things right now, from what I'm reading and from what I'm seeing, what I'm gathering right now, is what a lot of women want to consider themselves as high value. Some of them say, I have all those qualifications. I have these qualifications. That's what makes me high value women. But does it really? High value has nothing to do with money nor materialistic things. Interesting. What's up, Roxy? Good morning. I know it. I'm just going by what society says. You see what I'm saying? Now, I don't like going by what society says, but in society, this is what labels women as high value. Good day, Sister Roxy. It's all about her mentality. Okay. I think it's a way for women to try to stand out. Interesting. So this is what, like I said before, I'm going to open up my platform because I'm not a man. But I do have some stuff written down. So, as we go on. So here's the hard truth. A hard truth is that value isn't determined by social media, relationship status, or income alone. A woman who lacks respect, accountability, emotional maturity, or integrity can damage any relationship, regardless of how successful or attractive she is. Likewise, a woman who communicates well, respects herself, keeps her word, and continues to grow brings value that can't be measured by appearance or a paycheck. Interesting. I think I'm going to go over that again. And that's a hard truth. A hard truth is that a woman isn't determined by social media, relationship status, or income alone. A woman who lacks respect, accountability, emotional maturity, or integrity can damage any relationship. And I agree with that 100%. Blessings. Regardless on how successful or attractive she is. Likewise, a woman who communicates well, respects herself, keeps her word, and continues to grow brings value that can't be measured by appearance or a paycheck. Yes, yes, and yes. Those are the hard truths. That is the hardest truth. So basically what I'm reading right now is it doesn't matter how good you look. It doesn't matter how much money you make. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter in your relationship status, whether you are single, whether you are married, it doesn't really matter. If you lack respect, which means respect for yourself, what's up, Nate? Not only respect for yourself, but respect for the man that you are with. You can damage any relationship. And right now, reading all of this, I'm going to be honest. There are a lot of women that are low, that are not high value. Good morning, Tangela. From what I see on this app alone, there are so many women that are not high value, but want to call themselves that, want to consider themselves that. Let's call a spade a spade. There are multiple amounts of women that I have seen that have come up on the platform and then been on other platforms and even hosting their own platform, but want to call themselves high value, but don't meet none of those standards. None of them. They're not growing, they're decreasing. And these are the type of women that complain about men. Good morning, Diamond. These are the same women that complain about how men do X, Y, and Z, but they're not living up to the standards of calling themselves high value. Come on, sisters, talk to me. Talk to me this morning. I'm opening up. You know what? I'm doing something different. I'm going to open up this platform. So if your sisters want to come up, by all means, please do. Please do, because the last thing I want to do is get brothers up here trying to tell me what a high value woman is. So I'm asking your sisters this morning, please join the conversation. This is a free zone. I'm allowing y'all to express yourselves and say what needs to be said. I already know my big sis coming up all day, every day. Let's get it, because she's going to drop bombs on y'all. And last thing I need is one sister telling y'all what it is. Because a lot of y'all want to, y'all don't want to defend your, they don't, it's not that they don't want to defend. Good morning, my good sister. How you doing?
Good morning.
Good morning. Listen, you know where I'm at this morning. Like I said, I'm not coming for women, but I'm coming for those that claim that they are high value women, but not living up to the standards. But the hardest truth I just read. And trust and believe, what I'm doing for women today, I'm doing for the men tomorrow. So ladies, believe me, I'm coming for these same men that claim that they are high value men tomorrow. Trust and believe that.
All I'll say, I agree with the definition. I've never heard those terms until I started getting on social media. That's number one. I'm older. So for me, defining myself, it defines itself when I enter a space, when I enter a room, how I show up in people's lives. I don't think it needs to be a term, but I get what you're saying. If you're going to call yourself a thing, understand what you're calling yourself. That's number one. Number two, I don't think people understand the definition. People are creating their definition because high sounds good. It sounds like I'm above everybody else if I call myself high. I'm not going to call myself low because then I'm beneath everybody else. So I think people are creating their own definition to create status, right? If I'm a high value woman, then people are going to look at me as such, one of those. And so I don't need to call myself anything. I am who I am, and it shows up in how I present myself. That's what I'll say.
No, and I respect that. Thank you, sister. It's all I'm asking, because I'm a man. So at the end of the day, a man can only go by what he sees and what he hears, and what he defines as a high value woman. But if we're looking at it, if I'm looking at it now from the outside in, I'm like, wait a minute. From what I see and from what I have read and what I see, there are not a lot of high value women that consider themselves high value. It's the truth, and we got to call a spade a spade. And I'm not, like I said before, I'm not here to attack any women. Understand that. Understand my stance this morning. I'm not here to attack y'all. I'm here to understand and get a better understanding of what is truly considered from a woman's point of view of what a high value woman is, or is there truly such thing? Dr. Courageous, good morning.
Hey, good morning. Good seeing you.
Thank you. Good to see you as well.
I agree with what Ms. V said. High value woman, like that's not a concept that I was ever, raised with or thought about, because the thing about value is it's an external assessment. See, men determine if a woman is high value, irrespective of what she calls herself. And that's the thing. So it's all the things that you listed, those are just good character traits. Those are good morals. Those are good standards. Now whether or not a man values those things you said and the woman has, then he's the one that puts the value on it. But I personally don't put value on myself. My standard is being a virtuous woman. And if a man is interested in what a virtuous woman is comprised of, then that's who I am. And I, this is the thing about it. You've been doing this for years, and I've been appreciating everything that you brought to this platform. We got to get away from the labels. As Black people, we should be tired of labels. I mean, that's what's boxed us in where we are right now. Like, how about you call me by my name? You assess me how I appear, and don't label me anything but another human being having a human experience, trying to be kind and compassionate in a world that is not.
I love that. No, you know what? You hit it on the head, doctor. That's one thing for sure, that everything that we do as Black people has to have labels. We got to have labels on our back and on our ass. Let's just keep it real. Some of us can't walk around without a label. Seriously.
But that's because society deems that. So you're nobody important unless you have a title or a label. That's where that comes from. So when do you stop giving a damn what society says and do you? Period.
But that's the problem. People live right now for society. And this is the whole point. Like, I don't value any woman as whether she's high or low. I look at her for who she truly is. That's the reason why I've made mistakes, because I was valuing women in the beginning. Because, oh, she has to have this. According to her status is how I was dating them. But now it's like, wait a minute, she's just a woman, I'm just a man. It doesn't really matter who she is, where her status is in life, because that's where she's at. And when men and women can truly learn about just being with someone, not based on their status, but based on who they are as an individual, that's where the labels would get taken apart, get taken away. But we label ourselves. He's not this. He's broke. He doesn't have enough this. He's this, that, and the third. She's this. She's that. She's this. We have put so much labels on each other that to the point where right now, like you said, and like this, it's all about what society says. We're living for society, not living for ourselves.
And that's why we're in such a muckety muck, right? Because when you live like that, you don't know who you are. You are constantly reevaluating yourself based on what's trending. And that's just, I mean, you're an imposter. And so, and the really sad part about it is those are the ones that are setting the standard of relationships, the imposters. And then here, logical people are trying to figure out, well, no, I've never had to even consider that. Where is this coming from? And then when you ask them to explain it, it's full of vitriol. It's no facts. It's just about experiences, good, bad, or indifferent. And that's how they define everyone. And that's it. I'm just saying, like, Black folks got to be more sensitive to being, like boxed in. It's so many of us are volunteering for the box. Correct. I don't want the box, the barrel, none of that. I want to be free to be me. Sometimes happy, sometimes not. And that's what it is.
So with this question, like I said, I was talking about the real question is whether a woman is high value or low value. Like to me, I don't, and I got these definitions and I wrote some stuff down and I had to print it out so I can read them out. But like the question, some of the questions, like are you building healthy relationships or destroying them? Do you bring peace or constant chaos? Are you accountable for your choices? Do you expect from others what you're unwilling to give yourself? Are you becoming the kind of partner you'd want to be with? See, these are certain questions that I had to write down so I can remember them. But at the same token, I'm gonna just start from the very first one. Are your habits building healthy relationships or destroying them? It's a question we have to ask ourselves. In my habits, because we sit there, we want to blame the person that we normally with because of their habits. But guess what? I chose to be with this person. This is the person I chose to be with. So I can't expect for them to change who they are to fit me. And I'm not going to change who I am to fit that person. We got to change each other. So there's certain things that we both may like, and there's certain things that we both might not like. But that's where the boundaries, that's where that communication truly comes in. And a lot of us don't really have those hard conversations, those real conversations. We just talk, we communicate just enough to get by, just enough to tell you, I like you. Just enough to tell you, I can deal with you. But can you truly deal with a person if a person truly tells you who they are? This is the reason why I always say, we don't never give 100% in a relationship. We say that we do. We don't never give 100%. We only give a person the most, maybe 20% of us. 20%. The other 80 we hold on to because that other 80 is to protect me. That's that wall that we put up.
you know, here's the thing, right? When you're in a relationship, the person my husband met 10 years ago is not the person that's sitting before him 15 years later, right? It's not. And I said, we just had this conversation yesterday, and I said to him, you know, I'm going on 60, right? So that's a whole new me. I've been retired for 3 years. I have never been in a space where I could do absolutely anything or absolutely nothing, and it doesn't impact my financial, you know, contributions to this household. But I said to him, who I am, you know, because he says, like, you're doing things and saying things that I haven't seen. And I said, because I haven't seen this person who I am becoming. So that's what relationship does. You make those adjustments because we will change. Not because somebody makes you change, but because you are changing, you are developing, you are growing until you till you 6 feet under. You know, and so I think the reality is when you get into relationship, you can't be locked into the person you met day one. You got to fall in love with that person literally every day. Every day you have to recommit and love the person that you said you are committed to. And sometimes it ain't nice. You know, sometimes it's like, I got to go in my prayer closet. I got to take a drive to the park, whatever. You know, but I'm not giving up. And at the same time, when I'm changing, I also have to recognize that some of the changes that I do may be offensive to him. That's my job to reevaluate how I'm changing.
Correct.
You know, and so I think the reality is that we never know who we are 100% because we're constantly in this evolution. When you get new information, you should react differently, right? That's what new information does. You know,
no, you're right. That's because the thing is, because here's the thing, like what people have to understand, this is the reason why society messes up a lot of relationships, because we're basing what other people say and what society thinks is considered healthy. But if I'm happy and you're happy, no matter how we are living and we're both happy, that's a healthy relationship to me. It's healthy. But we let outsiders come in and dictate how our relationship is supposed to be. And then we're now all of a sudden one of us is not happy because we're listening to what someone else is telling us instead of listening to the person that you started with in the first place. If I started with you, why am I not listening to you? How can I start with you but listen to somebody else about telling me about how my relationship should be because I'm unhappy? Oh, you look so, this the part here. Why you look like that? What's going on? See? They're already initiating conversation, trying to, well, you know, I'm just going through, well, you know, you shouldn't have to go through this, that, and the third with the person that you're with because, you know, in my relationship, now they bringing your relationship into your life. And then you're taking that same information and trying to use it in your relationship, and then it doesn't work. That's the reason why a lot of relationships gets destroyed. People are destroying their own relationships because they're losing their happiness listening to someone else.
And let's be clear, Velvet. Some people want to hear that your relationship is not doing well. They want to hear that. They're waiting to hear that so they can make their moves. And a lot of people give you advice for that particular reason. And we're oblivious to that and don't pay attention to that.
No, that is true. That is 100. People do. And I'm gonna be honest. People do. I think people like misery. I think people truly like to be miserable. They don't want to hold themselves accountable, so they rather go get the information from someone else so they can be like, well, this person told me this. But why are you listening? Why are you listening? Like, how can you be married listening to somebody single and they telling you something about, yo, you know, like, here I am, I'm a married man, but I'm going to my single friends talking about my wife and about my marriage situation. Don't even work that way. Like, huh? Because all he's going to do is give me a single man's advice. Which deters a lot of these brothers that are married still having single friends. And there's nothing wrong with having your single boys. But getting information from them is a whole nother thing. You ain't gonna sit there and listen to them because all they doing is you bringing you back into their world. And the same thing with some of y'all women. Y'all listen to your single girlfriends. You know what? You're right. And now she start planting seeds. Stop allowing people to plant seeds into your head and you letting it grow. Stop fertilizing the seeds that are planted. Sometimes you got to change your garden. Change that soil in your mind.
100%. 100. And you know, especially on these TikTok streets, man, you got women giving women advice who believe that side chick is a position. You know,
it is a position.
Like already, you know, I done flipped the screen because what the hell, you know?
No, you know what? Side chicks do got a position on their back, on their bellies, on their knees. Straight up and down. What is a side chick position? On her back, on her belly, on her knees. That's it. What other position does that woman have? Because and here's the same women that are married. Here are the same women that are in relationship telling other women what it's okay to be. You know why? Because that's what they're going through. They're suffering in their relationships because either they're the side piece or their man is cheating on them with another woman and they know it. Yes, and they think it's a flex. You're 100% right, Angela. I don't understand why so much nonsense on social media, like right now, the 50-50 thing. So what? And here's my thing. If you and your man, if you and your husband or you and your wife is going 50-50 on everything, so what? That's your business. That is your business. We are in a day and age right now, because of the way prices and things is, you may have to go 50-50 with the person that you with. Sometimes you may have to split some things down the middle. And it's okay because that's what partnership is. If that's your life partner. What do you do? What do you do when you have a work partner? Don't just split stuff down the middle. When you own a company with somebody, don't just split stuff down the middle. So if people say marriage is a business, guess what? This is my business partner. So yeah, we're going to go half on everything. And what's wrong with that? What is wrong with that? Because here's my thoughts about that. If me and my wife is going 50-50, guess what? We still got 50% of our checks left. We still got 50% of the money that you see what I'm saying?
Why are we offering that as public information? Because the bills I pay in my house, don't nobody know that, because I'm not sitting around on these apps and on lives talking about that. Like, why is that even information that we're discussing with people to then have to listen to their opinion about it?
Because it's a young.
Yep, it's a faulty framework. It's a setup. It's a setup for failure, because that's what they want. Instead of actually doing the work, the heart work, they want a framework of how to be in relationship. No such thing. If we can come up with that, y'all, we'd be gazillionaires. Okay, if we can map out a framework that's going to absolutely guarantee you a lifelong relationship, man, we'd be rich. That's not how it works around here. That's not, and I don't give a crap how many people tell you it. That doesn't make it true. 50-50, I never even heard of that garbage. Listen. And I come from, a 45-year marriage with my mom and dad, and all of their brothers and sisters and uncles was married. So I've seen relationships. And not one time have I ever been at the dining room table and heard them say, "You got your 50% today?" Like, no, like never,
No, listen. It's the truth. This is the reason why a lot of marriages, like some marriages work and some fail. Because let me tell you like this, a lot of times we always say the man needs to do this. The man needs to be the provider, all this other stuff. But here's the thing. If you don't really know what provision means in a marriage, then you shouldn't even get married. You shouldn't be thinking about what provision is. Because last I checked, all I hear is provision is from what I'm hearing on social media, a man needs to provide. Provide what? Are you talking about financially? Are you talking about stability? Are you talking about love? Are you talking about security? Are you talking about all of these other things other than the finances? No. Because this is what a lot of these people are teaching some of the young ones now that don't understand what provision truly means. And also I'm not submitting. If you don't know what submission means, then why are you talking about it? If you've never been married, but you don't want to submit, and who tells you have to submit in a relationship? I'm not submitting to a girlfriend. I don't know why women submitting to men that's just your boyfriend. That is someone you're dating. Why are you submitting to someone like that? No. But they say, but you have to stop them. No. It's two things. I'm going to submit to my wife, but I will commit to this relationship. Big difference. I'll commit to a relationship because it's going to lead to me submitting. It's going to lead to my submission to the woman that I'm going to marry. Big difference. But look, let me set the room. Come on, listen. We got 92 beautiful people here. I'm only at 5K. I'm not asking for no gifts. All I'm asking is tapping is free. I'm trying to reach a goal. If I can get to 100K, I'm appreciative. So please, that's all I'm asking for. Just tap screen. Share the live out if you want to. You don't have to. You can repost it if you want to. You don't have to. But all I'm asking is for tapping. Respectfully. Come on,
And
sister.
here's the magic about submission, right, Velvet, is that it's a natural occurrence. You create the environment where submission flourishes. It's not something you demand. It's not something you manipulate, none of that. Because even if you do that, if you demand it, it's not genuine. And it's going to turn as soon as that woman has decided she's had enough. Because you haven't naturally loved her into the position of submission.
Say it again.
And that's the thing that folks are missing. It's not something you demand. It's not something you can do. It's something that you become because the environment allows you to live into that. And it's really just that simple. I've never heard a woman saying, only to the extent that how men are using submission, they'll say, well, I ain't never going to be submitted to a man, because of the way in which that these men on this here platform position it. That's like asking the overseer to leave me in the fields for 2 more years. It's just not.
No, you know what I've heard? This is one of the scariest things that I've heard when a woman say, I'm not going to be submissive because I'm not going to be doing everything he want me to do. I'm not his slave. I'm like, huh? Oh, sister. I'm like, really? This is what you're doing right now? The beauty of it is this. Can't nobody force me to commit. That's something that I choose to do. I chose to commit to this woman because I seen value in this woman, because I seen her for who she truly is. This is the reason why I'm committed to her. But for me to submit, I walk into submission. That's something I walk into, and you walk into it. It's not everything that you do is by choice. I walked into the submission of my woman because I seen how she has been submissive to me. And I don't mean doing the things that I want her to do. She has shown me her value of who she is as a woman. I'm submitting to that. Hands down. Because the power that women have when a woman submits to a man, the power that she has is uncontrollable. There's nothing in that man that will not do. But they don't get that part. They think, oh, if I'm submitting to him, I got to be his slave. No, you don't, because that man becomes something
what she doesn't understand, it's already embedded in her. It's already embedded. And if she just stopped fighting against the word and the terminology that doesn't even make sense, when he shows up how he's supposed to, it's something that we will automatically move in. Doesn't even need to be discussed.
You know what? I think I want to say something. If we ever notice, a lot of people like to be with the person. They like to be with themselves. When I'm saying that, I say that to say that they want to date themselves. And I know it sounds weird, but we always trying to find something that we like, that a person can do that we like. I'm trying to word it. It's like, are you becoming the kind of partner you'd want to be with? So it's like saying, do I want to be with somebody can you date yourself? Can I be with me? And this is some of the things these are some of the questions we have to ask ourselves before getting into a relationship. Am I capable of being with myself? Because if I can deal with myself, then I can allow myself to deal with someone else. But we don't do that. We automatically think that I'm good. I can deal with this person, but can you deal with yourself first? Because everything starts from self. So I got to make sure that I can deal with me and what I'm willing to put up with before I walk into a relationship with somebody, before I get with this woman, or before I get with this man. These are questions that we got to ask ourselves as individuals, because we stop doing these things. We really stop doing them and just thinking that I'm good, and then walk into disasters. And next thing you know, you are held hostage for the next 10 years and don't even realize it. Another question I want to ask is this to my sisters. How do you lose yourself after being with a man for 10 to 15 years and then realize you were done? Like, how did it take that long for you to allow somebody to take?
I'll answer that because that was me multiple times. One, it's not loving self. Let me start there. So we as women, we get involved in these said relationships we know we shouldn't be in. Let me say that because we're not honest about that.
Hmm.
We know going into the relationship we shouldn't have been there. Because I just left a DV relationship previous, right? So I jumped into the next one 2 months later knowing I wasn't healed. So we're already stepping into the relationship jacked up, messed up, whatever term you want to use. That's why we stay. He's providing something that we don't feel within ourselves. We feed off of that. Some women just want to say, I got a man. I don't want to be by myself, so I put up with whatever he's going to give me. We don't have the courage, the strength, the self-esteem to leave. That's why we stay. And one day, hopefully, you wake up and realize you deserve better, but that starts within. That's how. That's an easy question.
Well, you know what?
It's sad, but it's the truth. If we admit it, it's the truth.
And I'll say this, right? My first marriage, 27 years. It was the first man and the only man I had ever been with. And the thing about it is when our relationship started, I did lose myself. I lost myself to understanding how I need to be his wife. I lost myself to how to mother the daughter that we had birthed. And it wasn't until I was like 46 years old and I met, and I was like, I'm not happy. And what I realized is that I couldn't be the kind of wife he needed. And so that in and of itself wouldn't allow him to be the husband that I needed. And we just recognized that that's where we were. It wasn't without pain, but it was absolutely with dignity that we parted, both of us. My pastor told us we should write a book on how to divorce well. So, but I understand how women lose themselves because there's a hope that either you'll be able to make the adjustments or they'll be able to see that they're constricting you. Let me tell y'all this about my first marriage. My mother told me 2 months before our wedding, 2 months, we went to go put a deposit down, the second part of the deposit for the wedding. And she said to me, I really like him. I love him, but I don't think he's going to allow you to be who you are. That's what she said. And I was like, well, we done put all this money down. This is a fine time to tell me this kind of news flash, right? But I misunderstood what she said because my whole thing was, no, I'm every woman. There's no way that this man is going to stop me from being who I am. But that's not what she meant. She meant who I am in the inside, from the inside out, like the things that I needed to be able to express, like compassion and care and volunteering and concern. That's not who he was. He wanted his family. He wanted his family in a bubble. And the only outside interference was when it was necessary. You didn't voluntarily go out and bring people in. And I was raised around family. So I missed that. I missed that cueing. I wish my mother had different words to tell me, or I wish that I had a better understanding, because I would have not married him. Had I known what I know 27 years later, I would not have. Because at the end of the day, you have to be able to be who you are. No matter what, you got to be able to be who you are. When you can only pretend for so long. And I pretended for 27 years.
You know what the funny part is? A lot of times we get mad at our parents, but sometimes our parents, especially mothers, I'm sorry, fathers, we know some things, but mothers, when they be like, baby, because my mother told me about several women in my life, and I still was like, what? Huh? Come on, Mom, she good. But I realized, I've always said this, and I don't know for any brother, there are a lot of women that we may have, but not every woman can meet mama. And I've only, in my life, it was only 2 or 3 women, 3 women actually met my mother in real life. The other ones, I want to meet your mother. You ain't qualified. You ain't qualified to meet my mother. You was okay to be that girlfriend, but you ain't qualified to meet my mother. Big difference. Come on, Nate. What's up, sister? Welcome in.
Good morning. Good morning, ladies. Good morning, Velvet.
Good morning.
Okay. I'm going to just say this, and I'm going to go back in the comments because it's safer in the comments. And this is just what I noticed in women and within myself. delusion. A lot of us operate off of delusion, and we expect things that we think we deserve. And I'm gonna just speak for women. So I don't want, nobody say, well, men do it too. But I'm a woman before anything, so I have to speak for women. And I'm not speaking for all, I'm just saying, if it don't apply, let it fly. A lot of us think we're more than what we are. A lot of us think we deserve more than what we can handle. So we end up in these type of relationships because you think you're more than what you are, or you expect more than what you really deserve, for real. And I'm gonna put myself on the chopping block. And this is something that I say this all the time because I encourage women to really get in the mud with themselves. And when you do that, you're able to recognize your own BS. So I would always, and I would go to God and I would pray for a certain type of man. And I was doing this for years, not realizing I wasn't the woman for the man I was asking for. So I would ask for certain things, but I wasn't even ready for it. So it didn't make sense. So even if God were to put it in my face, I wouldn't even see it because I wouldn't recognize it because I'm thinking I'm more than what I really was. So I had to go back to the drawing board. I changed up my prayers and put me in position that he has for me, not what I think I need. So it's just a lot of the times the delusion and the expectation, especially when dating. I'm a single woman, so I've learned to not expect so much from a man when I first meet him. Allow him to be exactly who he is, not me try to change him to be what I want him to be. So I think a lot of women try to change that man, or they operate off a level of potential, and it's not real. And you hurt your own heart behind it. Now, I'm a little harder, so I'm not one of the women that pacify other women. I just don't, because I feel like we can't grow off of BS. We need the raw, uncut truth when it comes to these type of situations, because we're landed in these situations because of our feeling, not your discernment. You got to understand which one you're in. Are you in your feelings, or is it discernment? Is it logic? So I just felt like when I notice a lot of like stories, and I hear like, women say, oh, are you single? I'm healing, or I'm healing. Are you healing from what happened to you, or are you healing from what you allowed? Which one are you healing from? Because a lot of people are healed. It takes you so long to heal because you're not healing from the right things. You healing from what a man did to you when you should have asked yourself, why did I allow this man to do to me? What is going on that I allow somebody to disrespect me so much and for so long? Then go back to the drawing board. That's why a lot of us can't take constructive criticism, because we think we more than what we are. And I get it. Some, women have degrees and things like that, but we got to be realistic. Your degree shouldn't overpower your character. Your degree shouldn't overpower your logic. A lot of women are smart when it comes to the books, but when it comes to choosing a man, you slow a little bit. So it's like, picking and choosing when to be strong women is an issue I feel like we lack and we could work on to do better. And I'll land there.
Thank you. I'm going to say this real quick. First of all, I appreciate that. But I'm going to say when it comes to choosing, a lot of women choose with their box. They don't choose the man. They choose with their box. They choose with their sexuality. They're not choosing correctly. And it's not for you to choose, to be honest. It's for you to be picked. A lot of women don't understand that they're being picked and being chosen. Like I said it yesterday. I'm going to keep saying it until y'all get it through your skulls. At the end of the day, I'm choosing a girlfriend. I'm choosing a woman that I can lay down with. I'm choosing my baby mama. But I'm going to pick the woman that I want to marry. To be the pick of the litter. Listen, it's the same thing. And I'm not comparing y'all to no dogs or to no kennel. But do the math. When you go to a kennel, you don't just choose the animal. You pick the right one. You pick the one that you think is beautiful. You pick the right one that you think. Same thing when you go to the supermarket. You don't just choose. I'm choosing to get this fruit. You're going to go and you're going to pick the best fruit, the best looking one. because that's what you do. You're choosing to go to which store to go to, but you're going to pick what you need from that store. The saddest part about it is this. I don't understand why women be praying for a man. What you need to be praying for is like, look, God, put me in a better position than where I'm at right now, because I noticed that everywhere I'm at, I'm getting looked at as certain type of men, where I want to go and be somewhere where position me put me in a better position where the right man can pick me instead of being chosen by all these other fools. Big difference. This is what I'm saying, and I say this a lot, but people don't understand. Women have a lot more options than men, because there are more men choosing to be with you, except for the right man that's trying to pick you. But you're too busy standing in a place of being chosen instead of moving to a place where somebody can pick you. Does it make sense? I'm just saying.
In fact, I did a post about a year ago, and because women always ask, am I going to find the man for me? And I told women, stop asking God for the man for you and ask God to make you the kind of woman for the man he has created for you. I mean, that's always externally looking out instead of working what's on the inside. And to the point that Nay made earlier, women are going around here getting degrees and all this stuff, men too. But here's the thing. The one thing that matters most and that will last your lifetime is learning how to be in relationship. And we don't study a damn thing about that. We do it by the seat of our pants and then wonder why it's all chaotic and heartbreak. Because we don't study what it means to be in relationship. We don't know what we need in relationships. And we don't know how to show up in a relationship. Study yourself and show yourself approved if you want to be in a relationship. And I'm talking beyond, romantic. I'm talking platonic. I'm talking mother, daughter, father, son, all of that. We miss the boat on that. We don't take the time to really understand what that means and what that looks like. And until we don't and do, we will continue this chaotic scene that we got going on these TikToks.
No, and that goes both. Listen, and I'm going to speak for men. A lot of us men don't even know who we are. We are pretending to be something that we're not. We do it all the time. And I want to say this to some of y'all women, because I got to be real. Some of y'all women have to stop creating the representative. Please stop creating that representative. You don't understand. How am I creating a representative? You are. You are creating this man because he's only going by everything that you tell him. He's only going to be what you want him to be, but that's not who he is. A lot of us pretend to be something that we're not. We tell women all these great things. I don't want to do this. This is not the type of man that I am. We try to compare ourselves to other men, but guess what? We are lying to y'all. We are lying because we exactly the same dude that you dealt with. You know why? Because it comes full circle. And next thing you know, you're just like the last guy I dated. Yes, because we lie. Men lie to get what they want. Not all of us. Let me rephrase this, because there are some brothers that's going to tell you the truth, and you're going to see it for who they are, because they're going to tell you this is who I am. But my thing is this. Why do I always have to be who I am? Why can't I walk into a new relationship as a new person? Why do I got to continuously be the same person and keep getting the same results? This is what happens. I'm the same person as I am. I'm not going to change, but I'm just going to get somebody different. Now I'm with somebody different, and guess what? My results turn out the same. Not hers, mine. Because I wonder why do you think you can't keep a man? Why do you think a man can't keep a woman? Because they're not changing they're not changing who they are. They're walking into every relationship with the same mindset, and you're getting the same results with just a new body. What's up, CC? Welcome in.
Good morning. Good morning. Thank you.
Good morning. Oh, you got the floor.
Oh, I was listening. I was still listening, but I'm sorry. I didn't have nothing to say currently.
We're going to fight.
No, let's not do that.
No, I'm just playing.
Peace and love. Peace and love.
No, it's all good. But no, like really. So that's what I'm saying. Are you accountable for your choices? Are we truly holding ourselves accountable for the choices that we make in people? No. No, we're not. We will sit there and blame the person after a breakup, or no matter what somebody does, we want to blame them. It's your fault. It's your fault. It's your fault. It's never me. But it's you. Why can't you do this? Why can't, like, how many times have we even asked somebody, why can't they do something? When you going to learn how to change? Well, hold up. When are we going to learn how to change together? Because why do I have to change? Like, everything that you're doing is correct, but everything I'm doing is wrong. And a lot of times, and I'm sorry to say this, ladies, but a lot of times this is what us men hear from y'all. We hear these things from women. You need to learn how to change your ways. Hold up, but wait a minute. If I'm changing my ways, what are you doing? Because the only reason why I got this way was because of something that you did. Do the math. 1 + 1 = 2. 2 + 2 = 4. And we can keep going on and on and on. But it's the truth.
Yeah, and it's a hard truth. It's a hard truth when the bottom line is, if every relationship you've been in ended the same way, there is one constant in that experience, and that is you. So if you always do what you always did, you're always going to get what you always got. So just that accountability piece that you're talking about, that's what we got to take the time to unpack. Because in everything that we go through, there's an ownership on us. And it doesn't mean you deserved it. I'm talking about that you allowed it because you weren't ready to recognize the red flags. And so you went in saying, oh, you know, I'll be able to navigate this. I'll be able to manage that. And then when you can't, you don't sit back and take some inventory and figure it out. You just keep going again by the seat of your pants. You got to figure out, everybody, men and women, you got to figure out what, and that's another thing, right? Stop trying to figure out what men want and stop trying to figure out what women want. Figure out what your one man wants and what your one woman wants. Because honestly, you don't have the mental capacity, none of us do, to figure out man holistically and women holistically. It's just too much of variation. So figure out the one. And that makes it so much simpler, because if you know what you need in that one, you'll know when he comes that he's the one. And same with men. You know what you want in a woman, you'll know her when you see her.
You know why a lot of men don't know nothing about women, and we can't really recognize, because we have too many choices. We have allowed choices, too many choices intervene in our lives. But when I say too many choices, and this is what people have, they have too many. A woman has more than one man that she's dealing with, and a man has more than one woman that she's dealing with. So now here's the problem is, now I got choices, so now I got to try to figure out both persons, see which one I'm going to be happy with. It's too confusing. It's too much, because now you're entangling your mindset and you entangling your life with two different individuals that you have to entertain. You have to set times for both persons. That's too much time. Listen, I'd rather set time for one person, because at least I know I got the rest of my day to do what I need to do. I can focus on that one person. I don't need to be focusing on 4 or 5 different people. That's like, what, 6 birthdays, 4 Christmases, 17 Valentine's. That's too much. It's too much. A lot of time we're giving ourselves to people. We're giving too much of ourselves to individuals, where I should just limit everything that I'm giving to other people and just give it to this one person. This is what I'm saying. How many of us can truly go into a relationship or be with somebody, or even be in our marriages 100%? Because we cannot. Because somewhere deep down inside, if we're in a relationship, somewhere deep down inside, I like this person, I'm with this person, but there is someone else. It's that one thought, that just in case. Why do you think a lot of people still keep in touch with their exes? Because it's just in case. They want to hear certain things that your man is not telling you. So when your ex calls you, he's going to tell you everything that you want to hear. And it's soothing to the ear, but you don't want to be with them. You just like some of the things that they say. It's still a form of cheating to me. That's just my thoughts. Because I'm not going to sit there and have my exes in my ears telling me stuff like, wait, what are you even calling me for? Matter of fact, how you even get access to my number? Who gave you my number?
Absolutely.
But are we having those conversations in the relationship? So my thing is, I don't know that you feel this way because you haven't said anything to me. If you deal with someone who doesn't like to communicate, or you're constantly trying to get them to communicate, you don't even know as the woman that he's feeling this way, or if he's not pleasing you in the bed, all these things that we should be able to talk about as adults. We're not having those conversations. So yes, the other woman or the ex or the work wife, all those things are looking appealing because he hasn't told me he feel this way. I'm thinking we're good. I'm thinking thinking the marriage is whole, healthy, everybody's happy, we here, ain't nobody saying nothing. Where's the communication?
You hit something. This is where I say a lot of men, we really don't communicate with our women until we get mad. What's up, Moon? Thank you, my sister. Until we get upset is when we want to communicate. But we don't tell them that I'm not happy in the bedroom. I'm not happy with certain things. We don't tell our women that. But you know the funny part of women was, well, women will tell us that in a heartbeat. Before they step out, before they get numb, before they check out that relationship, she's trying to let you know, baby, I'm still in this for the long haul. But I'm not satisfied in certain areas. And if you don't pick that up as a man, and sometimes they don't even have to tell you, if you are in tune with your woman, you should be able to pick that up. Because when she stops doing certain stuff and you don't catch on, she's letting you know, bro, you ain't on your game. What's up, ladies? Welcome in. Coco, what's up, sister? And Yolanda, welcome in.
Good morning. I wanted to comment on what she was saying. That is kind of true. When you're committed into a relationship, and I've been committed into that relationship was for 9 years. And in the beginning, it was like we were really close on like we couldn't get away from each other. We always wanted to be with each other. Yeah, I couldn't get him off of me half of the time because he always wanted to hang on me. Our relationship was really good. And then just previously, like 4 years ago, it started going south. I started finding a lot of numbers and people calling him, and there were multiple women, not just one. And I started seeing it. I started pulling back, and once you start pulling back from that relationship, it's like he's looking somewhere else. And so that's how I went, and it hit until I was done with it afterwards, because I couldn't keep living like that emotionally, and it was messing me up.
So let me be honest with a lot of y'all women right now, and I'm going to be perfectly honest. Y'all may not want to agree with what I'm about to say, but I got to tell you the hardest truth from a man's perspective. If you were with a man past 2 years and he has not married you, you are just a placeholder. He's never going to marry you, number one. He's going to give you a reason why he's not marrying you, number two. And number three is you just don't qualify to be his wife. We know who qualifies to be our wives, and we know who qualifies just to be around, just to be a placeholder. And we will put you in a place and hold you there and make you think that you are the one. But you're not. You have this whole feeling, and you know what the funny part is? It's called a waste of time. A lot of y'all are timeshares. I'm just sitting here and let you share time with me until I get tired of you. But I'm not going to tell you I'm tired of you. I'm just going to go out and start dealing with other women. And so what? You are my girlfriend. What do I owe you? I don't owe you anything, because you stood there. You allowed these things to happen. Can't blame the man. He did what he did because that was his nature. Because you're not his wife. And let me leave that alone. Did she drop? What's up, Tange?
Boy, the truth hurts, don't it?
Sure enough, listen, the truth stings, and I'm not about playing no games. She might have had a phone call. What's up, Tam? What you got, sis?
I feel like I think the biggest thing is like with communication. Communication is only good if people are comprehending what you're saying. But hitting off of what you were talking about a while ago, I think a lot of problems is a lot of women get stuck in relationships, and then they don't know how much to take before they walk out. You know what I'm saying? How much of yourself do you give before you just walk away? But at the same time, why do you allow people to do what they're doing?
Because we know how to take because a man know how to take from you and know how much you are willing to give. Listen, we apply the pressure. And we do it so smoothly. A lot of y'all be giving up. A man will put you in a position without you even realizing that the position that you're in until it's too late. That's what we do. We have ways of saying it, and then we do it in a sympathetic way to make you feel like it's your fault. Yeah. Oh, did I say that too loud? My bad. Sorry, fellas, but I'm not sorry. It's the truth. We will say things and put things in a way to make it seem like it's your fault, to the point where you start looking at yourself like that. I can't believe that I'm doing this to him. How can I make things better for him?
I think I tried a lot of things and I feel like I was just trying too much. Tired of giving and not receiving. Once he lived here in my home for 9 years because he had no family out here and all his family was in Mississippi and it was hard.
Well, here's the thing. I would have sent him back to Mississippi.
I just got...
Ain't no way in the world I'm going to have somebody live with me for 9 years. For 9 years? 9 years, sister, you should have known that after year 2. What he was all about. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, and I'm gonna say this: a lot of some of y'all women have that lonely syndrome. I can't be alone. I need somebody. I need a body, and you just take anybody to be with you, and don't even realize the person that you're with. And it sucks that there are so many women that I'm out of this relationship, but I can't. I don't like to be alone. So I need to be with someone, and you pick the thing that you think is the next best thing, but it's not. I would have sent them back packing. You ain't got no family here, so what you come in for? See, those are cop-outs. Cop-outs. Because first of all, I ain't moving nowhere where I ain't got no family close by. That's hands down. I don't care if we got family in the same state. Me as a man, heck to the none. I'm not moving across no country if I ain't got no... Within a 10 or 20 mile radius, heck yeah. Non-cypher. Y'all got to be careful with some of these dudes that y'all be picking up. These strays, building these beds, having these men come politic in your crib, doing all this stuff, and he ain't really doing nothing for you. Is he really caring for you? Hell to the none.
That's like speaking on the not being able to be lonely thing. I mean, I feel like people that move from one relationship to the next really quick, they don't give themselves time to be okay with self. Take a step back and fall in love with yourself. And start valuing yourself a little more. And the more value you gain, when you become okay with self, that's a dangerous place for a female to be. Because not everybody can touch you at that point. Not everybody can be in your atmosphere at that point.
I say this. Yes, you finished? I'm my bad. I say this to Sister Tange all the time.
I actually was in love with this man.
My thing is this: if you were a man and that man does not speak to your heart, he does not know you internally, but all he's looking at you is on a physical aspect, then that's a problem. That's a problem, because as a man, we should be speaking to that woman's heart, her emotions, how she feels, all of these things, speaking life into her, not speaking life into her body. But because you look a certain type of way and they only looking at the pictures and the outer core of you, and they're like, dang, shorty's bad. Her body's this. She looks like this. She's gorgeous. This, that, and the third. But what about her internal? Come on, miss. Come on, V. I see your hand. Come on, sis.
I want to say something about when we have these conversations, especially us as women. Love yourself and all the things, right? Love yourself. Love yourself. A lot of women don't know how to do that. So why we're not having the conversations about what that looks like? It's easy to sit back and say what we should do, but we're not telling people what that looks like. Like, some people need instructions. Some people need to understand that process because they've never loved themselves. You can't just turn around and say, okay, I'm going to love myself, because what does that look like? No one ever taught me how to love, number one. Nobody taught me how to be loved. So how do you just turn around and say, okay, I love myself, so I'm no longer going to deal with this? Because what causes us to not love ourselves is the trauma that we face, the circumstances that we have faced. So we can't just keep saying, love yourself. What does that process look like? How do we start when we're so broken? That's what I want to say, because that's not the part that we get. That's not the part that we hear in these conversations. If we knew how to love ourselves, we wouldn't be in the situation we're in.
You better talk to them.
That is so true, Miss V. So true.
Talk to these sisters. This is what I love. This is the reason why I'm glad I opened my platform. Hold up. Is this the homie in the building? All right, lady, talk to me. I ain't see you since last week.
Hey, how you doing?
I'm saying, was my little prediction correct a little bit?
It's still yet to manifest itself.
Well, it's going to manifest.
It's coming. But to what was being said there, after being, like, for me, for example, after being married for 21 years, and now divorced and everything like that, you don't realize sometimes how much of yourself you have given throughout the years. Whether it's to husband, I took care of my mom, my dad till they passed, things like that. I'm a grandmother of 4 grandchildren. I'm just saying, you don't realize, it wasn't until I was divorced and now I'm starting a new chapter in my life that I realized, I was like, do I even like me? Do I even know me? It took me a little bit. So even though I've met, I've tried dating here and there. I met one guy that I was on and off with for a little bit, and you miss that need to have someone around. So you do fall for someone that you may think is the person for you, to find out that you've been doing this for 5 years and it's going absolutely nowhere, But the problem was, and I can only speak for me, I can't speak for everybody out there. The problem for me was I was looking for, I guess, what I had in hopes that I could have something like that, or maybe even something better, or maybe even something different. And I think that was why that relationship, or any that I've had so far, hasn't gone anywhere. I've had to take time to know myself, love myself, and spend time with me, because I didn't know how to spend time by myself. I didn't know what that looked like, because everybody always needed me all the time. So, you don't get a moment to think about that. So now that I am by myself, I'm like, oh, wow, really? Man, I do want to sit down and do this more, or I want to do this, or I want to get out and explore, and things that you may not have had to do because, you always had to bring everybody with you, because that was the family thing. That was the life, So it's been a really interesting experience. The dating scene is obviously different from, oh God, 25 years now. It's different, but the players are still the same.
True. I think I listen to a lot of sisters, and they be like, you got to love yourself. But self-love and loving yourself are two different things. And they confuse the two by, I love myself. I thought I do this, I do that. That's self-love. That's just you're taking care of yourself. But loving yourself is one of the most, it's hard, because you don't even know yourself to love yourself. And that's the first thing you have to do. And I'm talking about for men too. We have to find out who we truly are in order for me. I can't love myself if I don't know who I am, because I lost myself along the way. So now I have to revamp and refine myself, or even reinvent who I am, and find out if I even love the person that I reinvented.
True.
That's where it begins. I have to start all over again, because I done been hurt, or I'd hurt women. I put myself in certain positions as a man to destroy certain relationships. Not saying that the woman destroyed it. Notice that I said I put myself in certain positions where I destroyed relationships. Because when it comes to a breakup, I know it takes two, but guess what? I had to play a part in that breakup. It was something that I did that made that person not want to be with me no more. Thus, that made me not want to be with that person no more. Am I deserving of being with someone? These are certain questions we got to truly ask ourselves. Am I truly deserving to really be with someone right now? Or am I just falling for anything?
It's like the long distance marriage, or the long relationships. When you've spent your whole life being a mom, a wife, taking care of everything at the house, it's like when you leave that, some people don't expect the lonely nights, that you're used to habits, you're used to the patterns. It's not the person so much that you miss. It's the having somebody to lay down with at night, the having somebody to come home to. That's probably the hardest part from coming out of a long distance relationship. But like I said, if you just take a minute to learn yourself again and start, and that's what I mean by learning to love yourself, and that takes some time. But to take a step back and get through that lonely phase, get through that, you're going to cry yourself to sleep at night because you're so used to certain things being a certain way. And I feel like it's the patterns and the habits that we're lonely for versus people. And I feel like if you learn to love yourself again, you're okay with it just being you until the right person comes. And in the meanwhile, pray for the God in you. Pray for the godly woman in you until that time comes. Because he's already preparing somebody for you. But pray for the God in you.
You gotta, and I'm glad you said about the long distance thing. And I'm not, but a lot of times, a lot of your sisters have to be careful with this long distance because you don't know that man's intentions truly. And I've spoken this to a sister before, and I've told her, she asked me a question. I told her, is he speaking to you? Is he speaking to you, or is he speaking through you? Because there's a totally difference. And I know I say that a lot, but I'm saying it because I want people to understand there's a big difference between a man speaking to you and a man speaking into you. We can easily tell you, oh, you got a good heart. I love how you think, this, that, and the third, because we sit there and we watch. A lot of us will sit there and watch, and we will come to your live. We will say certain things to you because we're sitting there listening and we're praying on you. Not P-R-A-Y, but P-R-E-Y. We're praying on everything that you have said, and then we're using it against you because, hey, I can take what she said and twist it around and make it sound like this. And you'll be sitting there like, oh, is he the one? He might be the one. He says he's saying all the right things. Yes, we can say all the right things. But just because we're saying all the right things, does that mean he's the right person for you? Where's the effort?
I wanted to share something in terms of like what does self-love look like, especially for women who are looking to be in relationship and have been in failed relationships. Here's the first step. The first step is to identify the one relationship you've had that truly had everything in it, and it absolutely floored you when it ended. And once you do, and then once you figure out that relationship, like just write it down, whatever. I want you to start reverse engineering everything that happened, not the person, but you. Because here's the thing that we got to be honest about. We see it way before it manifests and happens. But for whatever reason, we decided to stand quiet and watch it play out. So if you want that to be different in your next relationship, you've got to figure out where those blips along the way occurred, and then you love yourself through it. You set your boundaries, and you learn how to move differently. Velvet dropped a gem. He said, if you're in a relationship more than 2 years and the dude hasn't asked you to marry him, then is that going to be your marker? Everybody has a time limit. So how much time are you willing to invest in somebody else before the investment manifests into a lifelong relationship? See, my husband and I, we did a 3-month, 6-month, 9-month, and 12-month check-in. And we agreed upon that when we met. So in 3 months' time, if it wasn't working, we were going to part ways. In 6 months' time, if we haven't developed from that 3 months and still headed in the right direction, we were parting ways. And we did that. And we checked in. These are the kinds of things that's self-love. Because what you're doing is you're setting yourself up for success, irrespective of any man, woman, whatever coming into your life. Because you gotta know what you want, what you need, and what you desire in order to identify the person that God is sending you.
Come on.
you're going to keep missing it because you're going to rely on your past experiences. Oh, yeah, I liked when the guy did that. And not thinking all the way through, yeah, but that same guy that did that also did this, which blinded you to the other 5 things he was doing that was destroying you for that one thing. Are you willing to trade one thing for 5 things? And this not Renata give you the answers. This is for you to think about what it is you need, desire, and want. Because only you have those answers.
So,
and you got 9 years, the young lady Yolanda, you got 9 years of lessons. Unpack those lessons so that you don't, and learn from it and feel energy from it. Not ashamed, not sad, not resentful, but get some energy from those lessons because that's what knowledge does. Knowledge really is power. No matter how you get it. Once you get it, it's power.
So I'm going to do this. I'm going to go to Ms. V, then I'm going to go to Danny. Because I know Danny just walked in. Welcome in, Danny. So let me go to V first, and I'll come to you.
Danny can go ahead first.
Oh, okay. Come on, Danny. Welcome in. Well,
Hello,
wait.
everybody.
And I'm going to go to Cece, because I know Cece wanted to have something to say. But come on. You got it, sister.
Okay.
No, you got the floor. Come on.
Okay. Well, I want to say, first off, it's nice to meet everybody. And I heard some things that really I felt in line with. I recently got out of a relationship, and it was a three-year relationship. But I would say around the 1.5 year mark is where things started to change. I wouldn't say necessarily change, but I became more and more vocal to a point to where it was like, hey, listen, this is just not working for us. You know, things have to change. It's not going to change overnight, but we got to sit down. We got to come up with a plan and figure out how we're both going to contribute to getting the relationship on the right path, you know. And you guys mentioned setting a time, even if you don't tell the other person. That's one thing that I did. I did set a time in my mind, like, hey, I'm going to give this relationship, because taking him as a person away from the issues and trying to look at it as it's us against whatever the issues are. You know, what can we both do to get on a better page? And so once I had that time frame set in my mind, that helped me really just push through getting things done and not just sitting there like, okay, well, eventually it'll happen, or okay, well, I'm just going to leave it alone. You know, just giving too much time and wasting your time. And the way things turned out, my idea was to, you know, if this is not working, we did try counseling. But that was very short-lived, and it just opened up my eyes even more to, this person is not the person for me. I deserve better. And the more that I said that out loud and the more that I focused on myself, I began to feel better, because it was a point in time where I felt like almost to where I thought something was wrong with me, like, goodness gracious, just losing myself, you know?
Because that's what happens. That's a part of life. You start to feel like you're losing yourself because you feel like you're pouring into someone that's not pouring back into you.
Exactly.
And you think that I'm doing more than what I'm doing the most and he's doing the least, but you're doing exactly what you normally would do. But it just seems like, see, the problem is not even the problem. The funny thing is, we will pour into somebody something that we would normally do, and they're not, and we're expecting them to reciprocate. But if they're not reciprocating the way that we want to, we think that we're doing the most, but we're actually doing what we normally do in the first place. It just seems like a lot because they're doing less.
Right. Mm-hmm. And that was something that was a wake-up call too. Like, this is accepting who he was, you know, who he is. And it's like, you are not my person. We are not compatible. And it got to a point to where, you know, even his mom got involved in a lot of things. And that's something that I spoke up about. Like, I'm not in a relationship with your parents, you know? So I don't want to hear that. I don't need to hear that.
See what did he? You said he spoke on his mom or something like that.
He would go to his parents a lot and have conversations with him about
what's
going on.
And that's where he failed. That's where he failed as a man. First
he
of all,
even called his mom during one of our, I wouldn't say more like a disagreement, not even an argument. Literally in the midst of it. Literally.
He failed. And there's no way in the world as a man. I'm not going to my parents based on my relationship with the woman that I claim that I want to be with, or someone that I claim that I love. Because a lot of times, the parents don't even like the woman that he's dating. So, especially the mothers. Now, the fathers may give you a pass. You know, son, you got to make your own responsibility. That's your woman. You got to do X, Y, and Z. But when it comes to some of the mothers, you ain't good enough for her son. Even if, listen, you could be a scholar, a woman that got a PhD, got a whole bag, make 17 figures, and you still ain't good enough for her son.
Mm-hmm.
Because
I realized too, he was still very attached to his parents.
He was a mama's boy. Listen, you did the right. You dodged the bullet. And I want to say this to some of y'all sisters. A lot of y'all don't even understand where y'all want to say, oh, he's a red flag. He's a red flag. No, the red flag is you. You are waving that red flag. Don't even know it. You know why? Because you put up with the dumb stuff. You sat there, did everything that this man wanted you to do. You did all. You allow somebody to play with your mind, play with your emotions, do all this other stuff, and you stayed there. And you stayed through all the trauma. You stayed through all the nonsense. You allowed it. You enjoyed it. You tried to fix it. You try to manipulate yourself to make sure that you are comfortable in a relationship that is not good for you. Y'all be with these brothers that really don't truly care. I'm being honest. A lot of these men do not care. And like I said before, if he is not trying to marry you, because that is the whole goal. I'm not dating to just date. If I want to date you, I'm gonna tell you, listen, I'm gonna be with you, but you're not gonna be my girl. You're just gonna be you're gonna be a slide. And the sad part about it is some of these women are slides and don't even realize it, but think they in a relationship with the dude. Y'all falling for all the wrong things. All he wants you for is for your box. That's why he talks to you. Sit back, ladies, and really think about how some of the men that you are talking to right now, or the type of man that you are talking to right now, how he speaks to you, how he talks to you. Is he speaking to you or is he speaking into you? It's a big difference. If he's always talking about, what you wearing today, how you look, Dad, I missed you. I just want to see you. He don't want to see you. He wants to see you. He don't want to see in you. Because what I would say is, you know what? As a woman, I see in you. I see something in you that I have yet to see in any other woman. There's something about you is the reason why I'm calling you, the reason why I want to call you. Because if a man truly is feeling you and definitely digging you, he's going to make every opportunity to get on the phone to call you, even when he's thinking about you. Because every thought of you makes him want to talk to you. So that's the first thing. Oh, hold up. Let me just text her. You'll get a text just texting you to say, hey, thinking about you. Have an amazing day. Do you? That's all it is. It's the simplest thing. But for him to take the time out and act like his day is more, because I'm gonna say this. I know it takes 2 seconds, but I'm talking about 2 seconds. I'm gonna say this. A man will jeopardize, if he really, really likes you and he's really digging you, he's going to jeopardize so much stuff just to make sure that he get in touch with you. He will tell his boy, yo, do this for me real quick. Let me go holler at Shorty. On his job, almost ready to lose it. But sneak a phone call and sneak a text. Y'all don't get it. Come on, CC. I know you've been waiting, sis.
Hey, I just wanted to talk on the topic of that you talked about, and Mrs. V and Dr. Courageous, between the difference between self-love and loving ourselves. And I think some of us don't realize, we all have our traumas, we all have our things. Mine for a long time was, when your parents, are addicted to certain things and aren't able to be parents, you have to grow up fast. So you're not instilled in you what loving yourself really is. So when you don't love yourself correctly, you do accept things that you should not accept because you are yearning, you are looking for that love. And so us as women, we have to realize the difference between, like y'all said, between self-love and loving yourself. And I had to sit myself down one time, well, a couple years back, and realize I did not truly love myself. Because if I did, I wouldn't have been accepting the things that I accepted. So for Yolanda, I know you're saying, and this is never, we are judge-free zone here. I know you said you loved that man, but baby, you got to love yourself more. And I don't know what it might take to get you there. I don't know, just being alone, just enjoying your own peace, learning yourself. That same love that you give others, give yourself.
I actually been working on myself and loving myself. I've been alone already for 5 months, going on 5 months already. And I have not contacted him. I blocked him from everything. So I've been working on myself and spending more time with my kids.
Well, you know what? I'm going to say this to you. And I don't know. I could be right. I could be wrong. I think when a woman is when women are going through something, breakups, whatever the case, and they're trying to heal, I think that you need to get in communication with women that are on the same playing field as you are. Eliminate some of the friends that was there that was trying to manipulate you and get with someone that's going to help you. It's a big difference. Women need to start pouring into other women that are trying to help sisters instead of trying to break them down. Same thing with men. We got brothers that I'm gonna tell you, a lot of men are full of crap. A lot of men are full of crap. This is the reason why I'm eliminating that word brother from my vocabulary from now on. I'm dead certain, and there's nothing against any man. I'm just saying in general, if you're going to present yourself as a brother, then be that brother. This is the reason why I'm coming for brothers tomorrow. This is ladies today. So today is ladies' platform, and I respect y'all sisters. There's a lot of stuff that we men truly don't know that we need to hear from a lot of your sisters. But tomorrow the brothers are gonna get this work. Oh, please believe that. And you're gonna see how many brothers be scared to come up on the platform because brothers be talking a good one. But tomorrow, Friday, oh yeah, the gloves is coming off for some of these men.
Hey, so I wanted to share something about self-love and loving yourself, and maybe this might help clear it up in the minds and hearts of folks. So self-love is a position. It's a position you take. No matter what, you are going to love yourself. But loving yourself is an action word, and it occurs through the trials and tribulations. So it's about giving yourself grace. It's about being accountable for what you went through, and it's about learning the lessons. So the difference is, one is who you are. I am self-love. And the other is what you do to ensure that you're living the kind of life you want to live. So that's the difference. One is, and one is the activity to ensure that what is remains. I don't know if that makes sense, but I'm just trying
to it does.
Help y'all.
It makes perfect sense. Thank you, Doctor.
I think that when it comes to a lot of people, we say that we love ourselves, but we only love the outer core. We only love what we do. We don't truly know how to love ourselves. Because if I loved me, I'm willing to change who I am. I'm willing to look at myself and say, from all the stuff that I've been through and all the things that I'm doing right now, and if it's not working, I need to reinvent. I need to love me more before I can love someone else, because that's how you truly learn how to love somebody. I can sit there and tell you, I love this woman, but I don't love myself enough. I know it sounds weird, but I have to make sure that I know how to love correctly. And like the sister said, none of us was taught how to love. We wasn't, because if we was taught how to love, things would be so much different. Our relationships would be different. We won't be going through so many different relationships. We wouldn't be giving our hearts to the people that don't deserve it. We wouldn't be picking our own breakups and our own heartaches. I said it, and I keep saying that. Ain't no woman ever broke my heart. I broke my own heart. No man can break your heart. You broke your own heart. It's the choices that we made and what we decide to settle with is the reason why things worked out the way that they did. I settled for this type of woman. I chose to be with this type of woman. Even though I seen all the problems and all the complications in that relationship, I decided to stay because I told myself, if I start moving this way, then guess what's going to happen? If I change me, she's going to change. No, that's the problem. Our expectations. I'm expecting to change, so I'm expecting her to do the same thing. People don't reciprocate because you want them to reciprocate. Everything has to happen because they have to want to. This is why people outgrow one another? Yes, they do. Because if I'm constantly making changes and evolving as the years progress and you are staying stagnant, I outgrew you. Why are you still doing the same things today? But I done changed. You're doing the same things that you was doing in 2023. Here it is in 2026, 3 years later, and you still doing the same stuff. Did you grow? And you call that growth?
Yeah, that's a really good point, Velvet, that I don't think a lot of people, it's a hard truth. It's one of those hard truths that we actually break our own hearts more than anyone outside has ever, because we have unspoken expectations, unrealistic expectations, and delusional expectations.
Ooh,
so when all of those things collapse, we break our own heart. And because we are not ready to be accountable for that pain, we blame external forces. Men are this, all men because of one man that you dealt with, all women because of one woman, and that's how you could tell where somebody is in their healing journey or their not healed journey, is who they blame, and who they focus on. Because the healing is, the focus has to only be on you. How are you going to react differently? How are you going to show up differently? How are you going to be differently? What do you need to learn to be better, to do better? And then pursue those things.
That's it. They want to blame. It's the blame game. It's the blame. Listen, the funny part is they blame the person so much that they start blaming dating itself. Oh, I can't do this no more. The dating scene sucks. No, you suck. It ain't got nothing to do with dating. Dating is just dating is what? 6-letter word, dating, dating. That's all it is. You messed it up. How are you going to mess something up that has never changed from the beginning of time? We just evolved and added so much to dating is the reason why it's so fractured. We put so much stimulations, we put so much stipulations behind it, and then the what's the other word I'm looking for? What people always do, not accountability. We want expectations. We put a lot of expectations behind dating now, and then we also put failures behind dating. If he ain't what I'm expecting, then guess what? You already listen. If she ain't, man, I'm gonna go on this.
Trauma too.
That's trauma, exactly. If I go on this date, man, if I go over with Shorty and she's this, and this, you already failed the date the moment you started speaking negative before you even left your crib. You know why? Because you're on the phone talking to somebody about the person that you're about to go out with. Mind your business. Stop giving your information to people. Girl, I'm about to go on this date with this dude. Well, you just better be careful, because what if he's like this? Just planted that seed. Your girlfriends and your homeboys will plant seeds of doubt before you even walk out your door. But you want to talk about dating. Dating is the pool. No. It's the pool of people that you surround yourself with. It ain't the pool itself. It's the pool of people and the people that you allow. Because last I checked, the pool is empty until you start letting people in it. Until you open up the gate. Because if I'm in a private pool, can't nobody get in there but me. But if I start allowing people in my pool, now my pool gets infested because I'm allowing the wrong people in there. Clean out your pool. You ain't got to change it. Clean it out. Get some fresh chlorine. Put some fresh water in there. Clean the surface of that sucker. And get a bigger fence. So nobody can look inside and see what's in your pool. Because a lot of times our fences is low where people can see inside of it. And sometimes they may not go in it, but they could throw stuff in your pool and still get infested. I land there. Y'all got it.
Can I add to that?
Come on, sister.
When my husband and I got engaged, it was mind-blowing to me how many people shared that you haven't known him that long. I can't believe you get married that soon, because I got a ring in 3 months.
Okay.
Period. He knew, I knew. What are we waiting for? I don't need to be engaged 5 more years. Oh, because I'm planning this lavish wedding. No, we knew, right? We got more of that versus congratulations, especially from friends and family, because they were not happy, because we found happiness, right? And so it's interesting. People, we always say people will show you their true colors. They really will, because I listen to what they say, and then I also listen to what they don't say.
Mm-hmm.
So during the whole engagement, even up to the point we got married, ring in 3 months, got married 5 months later. And yes, I met my husband right here on TikTok.
Amen.
In my life.
Amen.
Okay.
Amen.
So yeah, it's the people that you think are going to support you. It's the people that you think are going to be happy for you. Those are not the people. It's not those people that you're going to get that support from. You talked about support earlier. And I also want to talk about when you mentioned long distance. We dated long distance for an entire year before I decided to relocate. I was relocating anyway. My last child was graduating high school. I want to live the rest of my life for me. So I decided to relocate, but that worked for us because we were intentional to make it work for us. Yes, long distance is hard. It's a whole different level of trust that you have to have for one another, because he's always 500 miles away from me. We couldn't have the regular dating experience. We could not go for lunch or go for dinner. But guess what we did do? We stayed online day in and day out when we were not at work, and we had dinner online. We cooked online. We cleaned online. We were together online. So we created an atmosphere that worked for us in the meantime, because we knew where we were going. I'm relocating to be with my husband. I've been married 1.5 years already.
Okay.
So it can be a beautiful situation. Doesn't work for everybody, but it can work when you're intentional.
You know what? I love that. I love that story. And the reason why I love it is because of this. A lot of people think that some women, I'm not saying all of y'all sisters, but some women don't understand. We men, that's what I'm saying. He picked the woman that he wanted, and he didn't waste no time. When we pick a wife, we ain't wasting no time. We not wasting no time. Listen, but I want you to be my wife because we see something. And the funny part is, I don't know everything about you, but what I need to know is enough for me to tell you that this is the one. This is the one. We ain't got to go through a whole journey. We're going to go through this journey together regardless of the fact, but everything that I need to know. And as long as you're comfortable with knowing the things that you need to know about me, what's wrong with, listen, you the woman I want. I'm good. We know a good thing when we see it. That's the best part about being a man. We know, Tina, I got to mute you, sister. I'm sorry, you got a little background.
I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. We know as a man exactly the type of woman we want. We see them all the time. And we only choose certain women that, you know what, we choose the ones that are good for a leg, good for a night, good for a little while, good to do certain things that, I'm gonna be with her, but because when we start having doubts, but if it's a woman that we're gonna marry, ain't no doubts in our mind, ain't a doubt in our head. We don't never doubt that stuff. Trust me. She said 3, mine was the same thing. I got married. I met mine in March? We were married in August. I ain't even wait a year. But here it is 7 years later. Not saying that everything was peachy, because it wasn't, and it's not. But because of the love that you have, and when you start building with someone, you start investing in that person, big things become small things. Small things become minute. Minute things become. See what I'm saying? things are going to start.
Yeah, and everything is a lesson. That's
when we talk about pick me or wanting to be chosen, we don't consider those difficult moments that are going to come with that, because everything feels good in the beginning. You're in the honeymoon phase and he's doing all the things right and I'm doing all the things right. But it's going to come a time really quickly, because I didn't see this yet. You still got to choose each other. See, that's the part we don't talk about, because everything is hunky-dory and peaches and cream and strawberries and all these things. Be careful when you keep saying you want to be chosen, because this is what comes with being chosen. You got to be ready for that. You got to be sincere in your commitment, because we don't talk about those hard parts. I talk about them because they're important. Yes, I wanted to be chosen, but I had no clue of some things that have come up in my marriage. And no, it ain't got nothing to do with because he proposed in 3 months. That has zero to do with it.
Nope.
But guess what? I still choose him every single day, because we always say to each other, the Luther Vandross song, I'd rather have bad times with you than good times with someone else.
You better ask somebody. Well, I don't know. I want good times with everybody. No, I'm just playing. That's a joke of the day, so I had to cry. You know, we was getting a little. So let's do this. Come on, Dr. Courageous. I know you wanted to say something. I'm gonna go to Tina, who just came in. Welcome in.
No, I didn't have anything to say. I was just miking up when Tina came up.
Okay. Welcome in, Tina. You got the floor, sister, if you've been listening.
I've been listening for a little bit. I was trying to get some understanding when I hear Miss B talking, because I'm going through the same situation. It sort of makes me feel a little scary.
About what?
We're dating online. He's long distance from me, and I'm long distance from him. So we video chat. He checks on me we check on each other through the day. Hey, how's your day? Is your day stressful? Are you drinking? Because I work outside. Am I drinking enough water? What did I have for lunch? What did I have for dinner? We ask each other that. So his plans are eventually to come to Florida. I stay in Florida. And he's actually working in the UK. He's a Jamaican. So he actually asked me, what do I see and what attracts me to a man? Do I like walking? What do I do on my free time? I asked him the same thing. What does he do on his free time? So he's in the process of saying that he's looking for a wife. So that's what's making me like scary of backing away, saying, is this what I want? Because I've been by myself for so many years. And so I went through some bad times, and I want to impose that on him. So my process of self-loving on myself, I've never been on a cruise. I've never traveled. So I have to learn to do things independently, whether anybody's there or not. So I'm wondering, is this for me? And I constantly ask him, why did you pick me? Why me? And
well, Tina, tell me something. I want to know, I want to understand why you're scared. Are you scared because you never experienced what you're experiencing? Or are you scared because you don't want what he wants? And if it's the latter, then you got to be courageous enough to let it go. But if it's because it's something you're not familiar with, but it feels good and it feels right, go with it. Pray your way through it.
That's the part. It's not something that I don't want. I want to. I know myself. I had to learn my self-worth, and that I am worth somebody loving on. So now when it's coming at me like that, it's like, oh, is this sort of scary? Because
nothing to be scared of.
I want you to start saying that you're worth somebody marrying you.
Yeah.
I want you to start saying that.
First of all, this man, let me tell you something. You got a man that's actually calling you and talking to you and not worrying about your anatomy, but he's talking to you and he's concerned about, well, you better go ahead and ride that ride. You better ride that train, sister. A lot of brothers don't do that. And the simple fact that he's willing to leave. But at the same time, he's still taking his time because he's trying to get to know you. He's trying to get to know who you are. Embrace that.
So
Don't-
I asked him, because I sent him some pictures before we even video called each other. Do he realize that I'm a full-figured woman?
So,
And he said,
and here's my
what just
question.
happened?
Let me tell you something. Let me tell y'all women something right now. This for all your sisters. Real talk. Stop sending these men pictures of you. And listen, if he's going to accept you, he's going to accept you. Bottom line.
No, he don't see my face.
No.
I told him I was a full
No. What I'm saying is
never-
this. Hold on, sister. Hold on. Let me just say what I got to say real quick. No disrespect to you. There's no need for any woman to mention what you look like. If the man is going to talk to you, he's going to talk to you, regardless of the fact. If he does not like, if he's talking to you, he needs to be talking to you. This is what I'm saying. Sometimes you'll want a man to speak to your body, but not speak to your heart and speak to who you are internally. That's why stop giving these pictures and stop showing your anatomy and giving him choice. You already making him make a decision. He needs to make that sound decision based on who you are, not by what you look like. And a lot of times, I got to tell him, you ain't got to tell him you're a full-figured woman. That's for him to decide if he wants to deal with you or not. But you already given him an option. Stop making yourself an option. Y'all understand? I know hopefully some of y'all women get it. This is the reason why you think these, and I'm going to say what I'm going to say. Why do you think so many of these, you see these women with these pictures and they showing so much of their anatomy? You know why? Because they're low value women. These are women that have to use their bodies because they have been rejected. They have been rejected. And they now, I have to show my anatomy. I got to show my ass. I got to show my boobs. I got to show my big. I got to show them how good I look. But men don't want to see that. To be honest, and I'm talking about men. A man does not want to see that.
He hasn't never seen that part of me. He just seen what you see now, my face.
But listen, sister, what I'm saying is this. You don't have to send nobody no pictures and tell him what you are. If he's gonna love you.
I have never seen him no pictures.
No, but you said you showed him pictures and you said that you was a full-figured woman.
Just my face. Just
but
face.
what I'm telling you is this. Just hear me well.
Uh-huh.
And I'm not only to you, but to some of these sisters that are here. Stop telling a man what you look like. If he's going to accept you, guess what? He's talking to you. That means he's speaking to you. But the moment you show him something now, you're giving him a change of thought. Well, why am I talking? Because you want him to fall in love with the person you are, not the person that you look like. Big difference. A lot of y'all want these men to fall in love with the person that how you look. He got to fall in love with how I look. No, let him fall in love with you, who you are. If he can't speak into you, then guess what? Walk away. Stop wasting your time with these men that's trying to speak to your body.
Tina, my question, I have a couple of things. If you are feeling fear, you need to see what that's about, because that's something within you, because you should not feel fearful. I love what Dr. Craig just said. If it's different, if you feel because you've never experienced it, that there should be some excitement with that. The unknown, right? And so
it feels good, but it's also like scaring me up just a little bit, not a whole lot.
Because it sounds like you're not ready.
That part.
If you're not ready, don't waste his time.
Say
right?
that part.
I know.
Mm-hmm.
And then also, you mentioned about being full figured. I don't think the issue is that he have a problem with it or you questioning him. My question is, do you have a problem with being full figured? Because why even bring that up?
Come on, V. Come on, V.
I seen some pictures of him, and he's a slender man.
So what?
And he said, "What does your body have to do with me saying that I like the conversation I'm having with you,
Exactly.
and I want to know more about you, like you want to get more about me?" And he said, "So what's going on? What's the problem?"
I'm gonna tell you what the problem is. You know what the funny part is? A lot of slim dudes we want some little full figure.
They love full figure.
We need some.
To lead with that.
You better stop
Don't lead
playing.
with that.
Slender dudes, they love a full size woman. You know why? Because they know they're gonna get a good meal. That loving is different. You feel different. You are full. You are full of everything that man wants. Stop playing in it. Man, listen. Y'all want to be walking around like these little sticks.
No. I like my body. I love the skin I'm in. I love my skin. No, don't.
I think what you did was you revisited a past experience for someone that did have a problem with it, and so you wanted to nip that in the bud right away.
Come on, sister.
And so it's understandable why you did it, but I think what Velvet is telling you is even deeper, and that is allow somebody to fall in love with your mind, with your essence, with your existence, and then the natural thing will be to reveal what you physically look like. And you'll get that anyway in the conversation. You'll get if he's shallow enough to be body conscious of his mate. You know what I mean? Like those things will be revealed to you. So just like Miss V said, don't lead with that. It's not important, and those things change.
First of all, let me tell you. I'm gonna tell you. I'm glad you said that, Doctor.
He said
let me
that.
tell you, Tina. Let me tell you something real quick. And this is for a lot of y'all women, straight up and down. A shallow man is a man that's already talking about the type of women body he wants. That brother's shallow as hell. You know, she got to look like this. You know, I like a woman that looks. You shallow, bro. You should be talking about. You know, I love a woman that's going to pour into me, that I can pour into, that her heart is pure, and this, that, and the third, and all that good stuff. But you worrying about how she look and her body looks because that's all you want. And some of y'all, and I'm gonna be real, some of y'all brothers ain't in shape for the woman that you want. You ain't in the right shape. And when I say in the right shape, I don't mean physically. You as a man is not even in the right shape to be with any type of woman that you claiming that you want to be with, because your whole insides is messed up. Attraction is a thing. I understand that, sweet. Let me clarify this real quick. Looking at a woman and saying she's attractive is one thing, but stating as a man, I only want women that look like this. Her body has to be, you are a shallow dude because that's all you worrying about. What about, I want a woman that heart is real. I want a woman that's going to treat me with respect. I want a woman that's going to represent me when I'm not even around her. Forget about how she look. I'm worried about how she's going to act when we're not in the same circumference. That's the biggest difference. And the same thing with a man. I want a man that I know that I can trust, that when he's around other women, he's still going to represent me. When he's in certain places and he's in certain situations where he feels like he's trapped, that he knows how to get out of that trap, that he knows how to walk away from certain things, that he has discernment within himself not to put himself in certain situations, man or women. That's the type of person you should be looking for. That's the type of man, that's the type of woman that you should be. You know what? I know I shouldn't be in this situation. I'm over here with my girls and there's too many dudes. I gotta slide because I'm not vulnerable. I'm not these women. It's okay to have friends. It's okay to even be around them. But sometimes when you feel that energy is coming, if you're going to sit there, you know why you're sitting there for. Because sometimes you want to see if you still got it. And men, hands down, men do that all the time. We want to make sure we still got it. The funny part is a woman will know that y'all know y'all still got it. But when you're hearing from other brothers and then you come to your man, baby, you know what? You know what? As a man, you shouldn't even get mad. And people say, well, if nobody wants you, then nobody's supposed to want you because the person that wants you is me. So why are you worrying about what somebody else, if somebody else wants me? Because you know what the sad part about it? When you keep worrying about somebody else that wants you, that same person that wants you is going to take you from the... Let me say that a little slower because y'all didn't catch that. As men and women, if you're in a relationship, stop worrying about, I can't be with someone that nobody wants. I can. You know why? Because she wasn't for them to want. She was for me. That was my wants. That was my need. Why do I want to be with somebody that somebody else wants? That's too much. That's too many problems. It's a lot of headaches. Now I gotta worry about this, that, and the third. No, I don't need to focus on that. My focus should be on the one that I want that nobody else wants. I'm glad nobody wants her because I got her. She was for me. But this is where that society things come in, and we hear it all the time. I can't be with no man. If nobody wants him, what's the person? Nah, I gotta be. No, stop that. Stop that. Stop agreeing with that because it's nonsense. It don't make no sense and it really don't hold no weight. Because like I said, when you keep saying that to the person that you're with, Guess what he or she's going to do? Oh, she want to be with somebody that wants me, and next thing you know, he starts finding out, or she starts finding out that people that truly want them, and it may be that one person. It could be that one day that you failed in that relationship or in that marriage. You know why? Because somebody else wanted you, and you picked up on it, and you started liking it. Stop feeding that ego. You should never feed your partner's ego based on what your expectations of someone else's is about the person that you're with.
Don't scrape those knees in the shallow end. I'm just saying.
It's the truth. Because the moment people start looking at your man and people start looking at your woman, what you gonna say then? What you gonna say then? That falls on you. Why, yo? Every time I turn around, another brother in my woman's face. Yeah, because you planted that seed, bro. Every time I turn around, there's another. Why she always in my man's face? Because you spoke that into existence. You got to start speaking that. I can't be with nobody. If no woman wants you, what's the problem? Because you want me. That's the reason why you got me. That's the reason why we together. Had nothing to do with nobody else. Stop basing your relationships off of what somebody else thinks about the person that you like. Because you could drop the ball and miss, as Bruce Lee said, you will miss all of that heavenly glory because you're too busy stuck on what somebody else told you about the person that you like. And guess what? They wound up with the same person that you like, and you don't even, well, I ain't know that you liked him. Yeah, girl, you dropped the ball. Yeah, you dropped the ball. As soon as you drop it, she's going to go and pick that ball right up because she has already manipulated that whole situation and got you out of there to put herself. Sometimes your man, your girlfriend, or your friend, your homeboy will position themselves for the person that you want. Let me shut up because I can do this all day. Y'all don't get it. Y'all don't get it. Will position themselves to make sure that they get the person that you want. Slide right in. You know why? Because you're too busy talking about that person. You bigging up. You know, I met this dude. Man, I met this girl. Yo, shorty so bad. Yo, she look good. This, that, and the third. Man, she pretty much everything that I want in a woman. You don't get. What he gonna do? He go, word? Nah, he can't have that. You go, yo, where's she at? And guess what he's going to try to do? Sometimes watch your girlfriends, if you're a single woman. Watch how your girlfriends play around the dude that you with or that you talking to. Very flirtatious, especially if he looks good. Very flirtatious. She starts to, you know, girl, he's...
and will do it right in your face.
Same thing with dudes. Dude, listen, a man will try to impress another man's girl, which is crazy. I don't understand. How are you trying to impress the woman that I'm talking to? Yeah, you know, start pulling out money, acting like he got all this stuff, knowing that you know his MO, but you his boy, so you ain't gonna really say nothing because you don't want to put his business on the strip. You don't want to embarrass him, but his movements say it all. And he's trying to impress the woman that you're talking to. Is that really your friend? Is she really your friend? Snakes. Listen, a lot of y'all walk around with snakes. Snakes. Wolves in sheep's clothing. Pretenders. Acting like they're your best friend. You got some dudes that are sitting, you know what? Let me stop. I could do this.
Snakes make the sound of hiss. And we as women constantly going around calling each other sis.
Come on.
Okay.
Listen.
Y'all better watch who you calling your sis.
You got homegirls that'll talk to you. You could be a whole married woman and some of your best friends, some of your girlfriends be trying to holler at your husband. So you got homeboys and some of your homeboys be trying to holler at your wife. Don't even realize it. Out there telling her all the stuff that you done told him. Sometimes even trying, you know, I just want to let you know that your husband, you know, we was hanging out. My thing is this. If my wife is with her friends and she's cheated and she did something foul, I'm not going to be mad at her. I'm mad at her girlfriend. I'm mad at the girlfriend. You know why? Because you was with your girl know that you was married, but she was with you when you did the foul stuff, and she never stopped you. She never told you, don't do that. You got a whole husband, which means she never respected your marriage. I'm not mad at the woman. I'm mad at the person I'm mad at your girlfriend. The same thing. If I'm with my boys and I do something and they know I'm married and they didn't stop me from doing it, my wife should be mad at them. She's going to be mad at me for doing it, but she should be mad at them because they should have been the ones. Hold up. I'm trusting you with my man. Even though I trust him, but I'm trusting you with my man, and you allow him to do that, and you're supposed to be his boy? Because ain't none of your boys going to ever allow you to mess up. A real dude ain't going to allow you to mess up. Just like a real woman, she's not going to allow you to mess up in your relationship. She's going to tell you, girlfriend, I don't know what you're doing. You got a whole husband.
What if they still plan to do it behind your back?
Well, if a person now, if he or she planning on doing it behind your back, then they never really love you. I mean, that's just them. But I'm talking about if you got friends, because a lot of stuff that we do, we allow outsiders to manipulate it. Same thing with our family. First of all, families are the worst ones because family never liked the person that you with anyway. Your cousins don't like them. Your uncles don't like them. Your aunts don't like them. Your mother and your father don't like the dude or don't like the woman that you with. They already prejudging, don't even know me, but you're judging me already. It's crazy work. This is the world that we live in. All right, so I see some of the brothers that want to come up, fellas. I just want to let y'all know this is today's panel is for sisters only. You brothers want to come up, pull up tomorrow morning. I got one for us tomorrow. Real talk. Today's live is strictly for my sisters because I needed to hear some stuff, but the conversation went the way it was supposed to go. Yeah. But tomorrow, I got you brothers tomorrow. Please pull up tomorrow. I got some stuff for us tomorrow too. I don't let everybody off the hook. Fellas gonna get it too tomorrow. These brothers gonna definitely get it tomorrow because I do this. It's a 2-part series, ladies and gentlemen. I do ladies today, do the fellas on Friday because say the best for last. Listen. 10:30 tomorrow morning. Just to let y'all know, I'll be live. 10 o'clock Eastern Standard Time tomorrow morning. Got another live for some of these men. And then Saturday is freestyle. I get the freestyle Saturday. I got to do a little early tomorrow because I'm going to lunch. Tomorrow's my cousin's birthday, so I got to go slide out. So I might do it a little early tomorrow morning, just so I can get it in, get it out. Or if not, if I don't do it tomorrow, I will definitely do it on Saturday morning. But yeah, I want to try to get back to what I was talking about this morning. See, I write stuff down. Are people born with values, or do their character and choices determine the value they bring to a relationship? I was speaking on what really is a high value woman or a low value woman. But that's it. Let's make that make sense. Are people born with values, or do their character and choices determine the value they bring to a relationship?
I don't think we're born with values. I think that we assimilate, we adopt, we are exposed to. So like, you have familial values. You watch your parents, what they value, and those things you incorporate into your own value system. So I definitely think that our life's experiences, who we're exposed to, that helps us to determine the values that we want to adopt. Religion, all of those things have an input on what values you actually decide to adopt for yourself.
And I agree with that 100%. We ain't a lot of stuff. We're not even taught half the crap. We just see some of the things. Brother Cool Mike, what's up, baby? Good morning. I think that can't nobody teach me values because everybody's values is different. And that's just my thought. I think that everybody's values are different. And how I value myself and how I look at myself, how I represent myself, or how I represent the person that I'm with. Because I don't think that, I think it's all a choice. Everything that we do in our life is a choice. It's all a choice. But let me introduce. What's up, Dee Dee? Welcome in. What's up, Penny? Welcome in. Good morning, ladies.
Good morning. I happen to disagree with that.
Okay.
I think values are taught when you are born into your family, because I know that's where I got my values and still have a lot of them. And it was just certain things that we were taught. Like anybody can go in a classroom and keep your mouth closed. Things like that would help a student who was having disciplinary problems. If you told your child that, I used to make up all kind of stuff to tell them to scare my children, but I was placing values because I was exemplifying values. I was showing them. So it may not be that one has to be taught, but one has to definitely be in an environment in which is a learning space, a loving space, and a creative space. And that's where you set your guidelines, your values in the house, at home first. Everybody don't come from the same background, but, and maybe that's the reason why people don't feel as I do. I land my plane.
No, and I respect that. Thank you for your honest opinion. Listen, this is all opinion based. If you see, I'm not going to sit there and be like, you're wrong. That's not what values is. Nah, listen, I got to take it for what it is. Listen, like I said, this is not about men. This is about women. So I'm just trying to get a woman's perspective on certain things. That's why, and I can agree with you 100%.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Come on, Penny. What you got, sister? Don't make me call you again, Penny.
See, that's what I'm talking about.
No, it's
that part right
it's
there.
Okay. I don't. Okay. I just pack them up. There's no need to. I don't
But
have.
it's the value, though. You see what I'm saying? I value your time, and I'm just not meeting you. Let me push follow, because when I see something that's worthy to watch, I'm gonna watch.
Well, I just try to do what I can do when I can do it. It's. I'm gonna be honest. Doing these lives, I come up with certain things because there are a lot of topics. There are a lot of things that we don't touch on. We touch on the basics. Oh, everything is well meaning. Thank you, my sister. A lot of us just touch on the basic parts of relationships, of who we are as people. I appreciate you too, V, of who we are as individuals. But there's so much more. So much more. That's why I always say my work ain't done. And I was working with some brothers, but and no disrespect to them, because I love my brothers, hands down. But sometimes everybody's not meant to walk with you. They can only walk, our journeys can only go but so far. But I'm back to doing what I said I was going to do. I'm back to doing me, which is okay. Because sometimes it's okay to do you and go back to who you are. And there's nothing wrong with it. Because can't nobody take nothing from you but you. This is the reason why I move the way I move. And the thing is like this. I valued their bond. I valued their brotherhood and all of this stuff. But at this point now, I can't call men brothers no more, to be honest. And it's nothing against any man. But I'm just saying in general, we have to stop using that word brother, because we use it too much, but we don't act accordingly. And I say that for any man, not just brothers, not just men that I know. I'm talking about for any man. We have to stop saying, what's up, bro? That's my brother, because are we truly acting accordingly? Same thing with women. When they say that's my sister, is she truly a sister, or or are you acting such as? If we're going to talk about it, if we're going to say something, we need to be about it, regardless of the fact of how you may feel about an individual, no matter what. This is what I'm talking about. People, this is where the values come in. Are they high value or low value? No, because their values suck. Straight up and down, men and women. I can't say I'm your friend. I can't say I'm your brother. But even if, and I say this for women, a lot of times women will say, oh, that's my sister. We sis, this, that, and there's a sisterhood. But guess what? You know what happens when something happens to a sister that you don't, when something happens to a sister and all of a sudden you're not reaching out to that sister, regardless the fact of whatever the case may be, how can you call somebody sis if you are in the wrong and you don't even want to fix the situation? you created a problem that you don't want to fix, but you're just going about it like everything is hunky-dory. No, that's not cool. It's not cool. That's so. This is what I'm saying. People, I'm starting to realize we as people, we just use words because it sounds good. But my thing is this: you have caused a rift in the family, but you don't want to fix the rift in the family. You just want to walk away and act like people's supposed to be accepted of you walking away. Then guess what? If you're going to walk away, completely walk. My thing is this: if you walk away from me, you no longer want to rock with me. And I'm just speaking in general. I'm not speaking to nobody. I'm just saying in general. I say this: if you don't want to be with somebody, you don't want to hang out with nobody, you want to talk to nobody, why do you still follow them? Why do you still, like, my thing is get rid of their numbers, block them on social media. Don't even intervene with them people no more. Leave them alone. But to keep them around, to me, it's kind of like a phony thing. You said, what about church choices? Here's the thing about church. I can be your brother and sister, but that's in Christ. But that doesn't mean I'm looking at you such as, because at the same token, you could be at church and people could still, and you got snakes in churches too. You got like the devil ain't in church, that he in the church too. He know the word better than some of the preachers on the pulpit. I'm just saying, be careful who you call brother and sister. That's all I'm saying. Be careful of those that say that, oh, this is who I am. Because you know what they do? Let me tell you how sneaky people are. They won't come to you, but they'll watch you from outside. And then what they do is, what I don't like is, you're gonna watch me from outside, but you're not coming inside. But you're watching me from the outside, and then you worrying about what I'm saying. And then what happens is you going back telling other people because you in your feelings about what you heard. But if I don't say your name, because when I say brothers and sisters, I'm talking about as a whole, people in general. That is one of the problems that we have. We hear stuff, and it's a bunch of hearsay, but we running with it because, oh, he's talking about me. She's talking about me. No, we're not. You ain't the only person in the world, unless I have residency. Did we not speak about that the other day? People have a residency. Sad part, you could talk about certain things, and people swear that you... Exactly, Tanja, that's guilt. You're 100% right. I can talk about stuff and people would think I'm talking about them, and guess what? They automatically run with it. Because you know why? Because I have residency in their heads. And then I get phone calls and texts that, oh, you talking about me, yo, you saying this, that, and the third. This the reason why. Then guess what? My thing is this. I'm going to be honest. Sometimes people don't want to rock with you because they just don't want to rock with you. But they want to mimic you. They want to take your style. They want to do everything that you do. They want to move how you move. They want to talk how you move. They want to act how you act. And a lot of women do that. I see a lot of women do that, trying to move like other sisters. Why you think some of these women watch the way some of the other women dress? Because they want to try to squeeze into an outfit that they can't fit in. That ain't your body type, baby girl. You can't fit in that. You know you ain't built like that. You got brothers that want to walk another dude's shoes but can't fit them because your feet stink, and guess what? You ain't wearing no socks, but get out of here. You can't fit in these shoes, bro. And besides, your style ain't my style. I wear Jordans. You wear Pumas. Make it make sense. Anyway, this is where this value comes in. A lot of men have no value. A lot of women have no value. But guess what? Tomorrow, brothers is going to get this work tomorrow. I pray that men pull up tomorrow. We had sisters that, first of all, let me say this because I got to get ready to slide. I want to thank each and every one of the women that came up to the, all of you sisters that came up and spoke. And when I say sisters, you know what I mean. All you sisters and those that I know that I truly call sisters, thank y'all for joining the live this morning. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I appreciate everybody that pulls up. My main goal is just to get to 100K likes. That's it. You notice I'm not one of them. I'm not a host that will put a prop back there telling you if you want to drop somebody, send a money gun. You want to mute somebody, send a galaxy. Those are people that are begging on TikTok. I don't need to beg. Only thing I'm asking for is you guys tap the screen, share the live out, and participate in the comments. That's it. I don't ask for nothing else. And your presence means a lot to me, more than y'all know. Oh, you're welcome, Danny. Listen, my platform is always open to those that want to come up and have a conversation. I told you I'm going back to my old ways. Dr. Courageous knows this is what I've been doing. I just stopped doing it for other, to try something different. But at the end of the day, this is what my platform is all about. Come up, have a conversation. As long as you know how to be intelligent and not come up here with all the profanity, you good with me.
Yep. Thank you for having me up. This was really an awesome, shall I say, investment of my time, energy, and learning the lessons. It's been real. And you always are real. That's why I keep coming by. I just now I had to leave because I feed my dad,
Mm-hmm.
So I'm doing a Papa Care.
As you should. No, listen, Doctor, I see you around and I appreciate you. Thank you for joining. Because it's been a while, but I love when you come up.
Yeah. And I've gone into Reigns. I've gone into her. She just like you in the female form. I love it.
Yeah.
I don't always, I think I went up on, I don't know if it was her live or one live that we were on together. Mm-hmm. But she's the truth too. So yeah.
Yeah, she a piece of work, but that's my piece of work. It's all right. But no, listen, I truly appreciate you. Thank you so much for joining. Danny, thank you for joining. I seen you follow. I'll definitely send you a follow back. Tina, you on a journey, sister. You are definitely on a journey. But listen, you guys, I want to say thank you to the women, to all the women, even those that were in the comments. Thank y'all for joining. Thank y'all for being who you are. And remember, there's this. If you're not with someone, there's always somebody for somebody. But don't just fall for anybody. Real talk, because not every man is worthy of you.
You said I'm on a journey. That's what I call it. I call it. I say our journey.
Yeah.
Say we on a journey, huh? You say, yeah, for sure, we on a journey.
You definitely are, and take it in stride. Don't rush nothing. Just enjoy it. That's all I can say.
And don't ignore what you need to know. And that means be willing to ask the tough question. Because it's either going to be something you align with or something you don't. And when you don't, that's when you have to make a choice.
I take it
needs to be asked.
Whether it works out or not, I take it as a learning experience.
That's all it is. You learn something and you just enjoy it. Don't take it. Enjoy the experience. What's up, Pam? Enjoy the experience that's it. And just go with the flow. Don't add no more. Just go with the flow. You want to conversate, just conversate. See, the best part about getting to know someone, what people don't understand is the conversation. If you just having a conversation, you two guys are just talking, that is a beautiful thing because that's hard to do. When people just sitting there just talking and they're not talking about what you're wearing, all this stuff. So he just want to know what your day's like. What are you having for dinner? What are you doing? That's conversation. It's small talk. Small talk is good.
Because at first when he came into my DMs and I said, because there's a lot of scammers out there, my first instinct was, so when are you going to start asking for money? So I put it out straight. Straightforward. I have no monetary funds. Get this understood. Once you start asking for money, I'm out. Keep it breezy. So he said, what do I need your money for? I don't need your money. Did you hear me ask for money? And I said, no, sir. And he said, and I will not ask for your money. He said, you don't know me just like I don't know you. He said, have you asked me for money? And I said, I won't. And he said, so I won't accept that of you. Even if you did, he said, just like you know how to put me to a stop, I will know how to put you to a stop. So that's well understood. So I told him it feels a little weird that somebody don't know me from Adam Apple, that you coming in my DMs and you say, hey, you want to talk, request me. And then he said, do you have WhatsApp? And that's when I backed off and said, no, I don't. And I did. So after we started talking through his text, and I said, okay, I'll let you slide over to my WhatsApp. So still get understood. If you ask for money, I'm gone. Keep it breezy. Nice knowing you. Bye.
Well, you know what? The thing is this: let me tell some of y'all ladies this too. Real talk. If you're having a conversation with a man and you start telling him certain things, and the problem that I have is when a man starts telling you his financial problems, that means he's looking for you. He's looking for a bailout. Run away. I'm gonna tell that again. Run away. Leave that man alone. The moment a man starts telling you about his financial problems, I just, if I had a couple dollars right now, leave that dude alone. Because he's trying to get you to offer him some money. Y'all don't get it. Dudes will stalk your page. They will look at your pictures. They will see how you living. Oh, she got a cup. She got some change. Yeah. So they're gonna talk to you, sweet talk you, and next thing you know, when they start talking about, I'm having problems with my car, my baby mama, she's this, that, and the third, and all this talking. If a man is talking about his financial struggles, then what worth is he to you?
Right.
That already tells you that. So that should tell you as a woman the type of man he is. He does not know how to maintain funds. Leave him alone. There's no way for you to put.
He doesn't have any funds.
No, because there's no way for you to have to pull out your wings and be his guardian angel. Because all he wants you to do is swoop in and he want to see what he can get from you.
Right. So he hasn't asked that so far. And
she said so far. So he was like, you waiting.
How long has it been? How long has it been?
Just a couple of weeks. Maybe going into our month.
So you waiting for him. So you waiting for him to ask you for some money. First of all, wait, hold up, time out. This is my question. No. Hold on. You said you live in Florida. Where he live at?
And it sort of put me on a scary move because he said that he was an orthopedic surgeon. So I'm just Tina. I'm just plain Jane.
I'm gonna ask you again, Tina. Stop tap dancing. You said you live in Florida. Where does this man live at?
He's residing now because he's out of state. He's in the UK, but he's originally from New Jersey.
Leave it alone.
So a lot of people telling me that, like,
you're not hearing me.
Yeah, I hear you.
No, you're not. No, you're not. Leave him alone. He's trying to come back home. He's trying to come back to the States, to a place where he can live. And you better stop playing. This man, if he's willing to ain't no man willing to relocate that damn quick. Coming from the UK. And then he ain't even trying to go back to Jersey. He's trying to come to where you are.
He's coming to Fort Lauderdale. No, I made that very understood. I've been by myself for 13 years. So I don't want to stay with nobody, and I don't want nobody to stay with me. And I don't want to go stay with nobody, and I don't want nobody to come stay with me. I make that very clear. I am used to being, for now, by myself. Unless I see differently, say that, okay, Tina, it's okay for you to move out my comfort zone. I'm not going to let nobody take me out my comfort zone, and I won't let nobody think that they're going to allow me to let them take me out my comfort zone. So if he decides to come here to Fort Lauderdale, that's where I stay at, he will have to have his own stability, his own place.
Well, he's a surgeon. He should be able to afford that.
So he said he can. So he said he can. That it was his idea because he said he stayed in Jacksonville before, so he's not unfamiliar with being from over there. He knows about being in state. So if it ever gets to the point that he'll bring it out of his mouth, it said, "Oh, can I come stay with you?" No, buddy boy, that's another thing that's going to get you blocked, and you won't be able to find Tina Brown. And I'll be out. Find me. I'll be gone.
Okay, so let me do this real quick because I'm trying to leave, but I'm still on TikTok. Come on, Pitbull. I know you had a question in the comments.
Good morning. How are you guys doing? Thank you for accepting me.
You're welcome.
I need advice from you guys.
You sure? So wait. Before you do this, I'm going to give a disclaimer because you probably never been here before. So if you ask something, you may get the hardest truth that you ever heard. So I'm just letting you know. But come on. You got the floor. Come on. No, don't mute up now. There we. Oh, did I mute you? My bad. Come on. You can unmute. You got the floor. I want to hear this one because this is going to be the last one of the day. You can come off mute, Pitbull. Let me see, babe. Okay, you got the floor. Why you keep muting?
She ain't ready.
No. She
so scared.
Listen, I ain't scared. I just get she coming back. If you coming back, Pitt, what you doing now? Can I get off that phone? It ain't. I'm not here to listen. Like I said, I got to give disclaimers sometimes because, yeah, pretty much. Somebody said not ready for a connection. Y'all, wow. You guys, stop it. I'm gonna give her an opportunity to see if she get it right because she'll probably be on the phone. That's at that teacup meeting. Yeah, she's on the call. So what I'm gonna do is I'll bring her back up because they be on phone calls getting ready. Somebody probably know her and know me. Girl, don't go up there and say nothing to Velvet.
So you think I should cut it loose, huh?
Listen, I'm gonna tell you this. It ain't. That's not my decision to make. That is your decision.
I know.
I'm not gonna sit there.
He's saying go in there with your eyes wide open.
Yeah.
You're seeing too much. You know too much to pretend, and you just have to have your limits. The minute he asked me for money, disconnect. The minute he asked to move in, disconnect. Whatever those things are for you, and just stick to it. Be a woman of your word. Love on yourself.
Yeah. And don't ask me no question about do I think there's just this. And the funny part is, you know what I find ironic is this. People ask me, do you think I should do it? You already know your answer. You know your answer.
When I said that I've never been on a cruise and I want to go on a cruise, so I was talking about that to him yesterday. And he said, go even if you have to go by yourself. Enjoy Tina's time. And I said, that's what you want to call it. He said, yes, that'll be Tina's time. Go and enjoy yourself. Whether you go with a man or female or nobody at all, go enjoy your learning experience. So he's a couple of my friends that I follow from another page was telling me the same thing. Go, whether I go with anybody or not, and enjoy myself.
Well, first of all, I'm not getting on no boat by myself. That is trash.
Yeah, I sort of like, it's like, I want to be safe, not just enjoy myself, but I want to be safely enjoying myself. So a lot of them say, even he said, go, even if you have to go by yourself, go and enjoy yourself. Learn the experience of being away that long by yourself. So thinking, do I want to do this? I'm on the iffy side. But I will eventually do something by myself.
So that's what you do. You know what? Because you're dragging. You see, you're playing. What you do is this: go on a weekend cruise by yourself. That's how you do it. Go on a 3-day cruise. This week you live in Miami, you live in Florida. Boom, they got little 3-day cruises. Boop, boop, boop. Come right back. You good. You don't need to be going for no doggone week.
No, I was playing. That's what I was playing.
Matter of fact, this you want to hit him in the head? Tell him to pay for the cruise.
I will. We'll talk later on.
Yeah, that's how you get him. Be like, so you want me going on a cruise so bad you're going to pay for it? See what he say then. He a doctor, right? Dr. Love. Anyway.
I will. That's what I was playing, just a 3-day thing.
Yeah, so tell him to pay for 3 days. Like, you want me to go so bad, pay for it. See what he said. Yeah, Miss V, play that song today, too. That's my joint. Dr. Love. Y'all know nothing about that. Y'all know nothing about that. Y'all ain't ready for that song.
Well, I'm a 60s baby. I know exactly what you're talking about. House music all day long.
That's my joint right there. That's my song. For real. But listen, ladies and gentlemen, this has been an amazing day. This has been an amazing live for a Thursday. First of all, I got to 100K. That's my whole goal. Just to let everybody know, for 140 some people that are still here, you amazing, beautiful, behind people. Thank y'all. But my main goal is only just to get to 100K. That's all I ask for. I don't ask for nothing. You see, I am one of the main people on this app that will not tell you to do anything, but all I ask for you to do is tap the screen and share the live out, repost it if you want to, come up and join the platform. That's all I ask for. I don't ask for much. I ain't greedy. I just ask for y'all just to come up and pull up and enjoy yourselves. Some of y'all can come into the house, kick your shoes off. Some of y'all better not take your shoes off because you know your joints be rocking.
Listen, I'm getting off of here. Thank you for having me. It's been real. You've been most regular, and I appreciate you giving me a spot to chat.
Of course. You know, I'm a regular dude. I just don't do regular things.
All right, regular dude. Bye now.
All right, sister. Have an amazing
meeting
day.
Everybody. Tina, eyes wide open, sis. Eyes wide open.
Yes. Keep them wide. So you got me trying to find this song now. I want to hear that. That's my joint before I leave. Shoot. Anyway, ladies and germs, this has been brought to you by Starbucks. Another Velvet Jones production. You guys are amazing, though, really. You guys are simply amazing. I don't know what I would do without y'all. My lives will never be what they are because I say that to say this. Oh, and I found it. Oh, y'all in trouble now.
You still live. Trust me. Life still goes on.
Oh, yes. I got you, Tina. But I got to pack you up, sister, because I'm about to do my thug this.
Good day. Nice meeting you. Nice talking to you.
Nice meeting you, too. Okay, have a blessed one.
Bye.
Bye-bye. First of all, let me say this to each and every person that came to the live this morning. Thank all of you guys for joining the live this morning. For those that were here, I see I got a lot of people still trying to come up. Oh, let me get Pitbull real quick. Come on, Pitbull. You the last one. I know you've been waiting. I want you to get this question out before I play my song. So what's your question? Stop going on mute.
Sorry, I didn't mean to do that. Sorry. My question is, I'm 50 years old. I have dated this guy. I've been talking to him for a year, and then I decided to see him, and now I've been dating him for like 6 months or so. Then now he told me he is a sex offender, and I looked at him, and he has he did something with a 14-year-old girl. And now I'm so much in love with him and deep. This is what he tells me.
Wait.
So I do not know what to do. I'm very scared, but at the same time, I'm in love with him.
Okay, first of all, you in love with the thought of that man. That's number one. Number two,
yes.
The man he's an SA offender. Are you trying to tell? Listen, that is delusional. What is it about this man that make you love him? Because that's, you know what?
I know.
No. He already told you who he is as a man. I'm telling you from a man's point of view. He already told you who he is as a man. There's no need for you to fall in love with someone like that. He's an offender. So that means he has already done something to a young girl. That right there, it's like me dating a woman that's telling me she has sexually offended a young boy. I can't even look at her the same. I won't even be in love with you. There's nothing I would be able to say to her or be with her.
I just feel like.
And you're talking about a 14-year-old girl. That means you have no I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna say what I'm gonna say. You have no remorse. You have no remorse for the young girl that he has offended. There's no coming back from that. There's no coming back. I'm going to look at you as a monster. You are a monster. Bottom line, hands down.
Yes.
And for you to say that you in love with him,
because he lied to me, he tricked me.
But he lied to you, but you fell in love with a liar. Make that make sense, and you still want to be with somebody that lied to you. So if he lied to you once, how many more times do you think this man is going to lie to you? But you in love with him. What does this man have that I just want to know?
He was a sweet person. He's very kind.
Of course he is.
I never see that side of him until he told me, and then I researched on him, and he is a sex offender.
But you want to stay with him. But you love this man.
I do not want to stay with him.
But you said you love him.
I cannot stop loving a person that I've been in love already. I've been dating him for a year, and now.
And you just, but no. You've been in love with a liar. You ain't in love with him. You in love with the liar. Because I'm gonna tell you why.
Yes.
The simple fact that he told you who he is, and you still in love with this man, that right there, the love would have been gone. Hold up, you are a whole SA offender to a young girl, and I'm supposed to still love you? No, I'm gonna pray for you, but I'm not gonna love you. I can't love nobody like that because you are in love with the lie, sister. Has nothing to do with that man. It's a desperate. And I'm telling you. And I'm telling you. And you listen. I'm gonna be honest with you. I could tell you all this stuff, but you could turn around and still be with who you want to be with. That is your choice. But you asking me for my honest opinion. I'm giving you my honest opinion. He waited a year and a half, exactly a year and a half, to tell you who he is, and he made you basically. He made you fall in love with the person who he's not, with the character of the man. You fell in love with his representative, but his true self came out and told you who he was, because eventually you was going to find out. And now that you know, you still, I love him. No, you don't. You love the thought of being with someone that you was in love with the man that you knew for a year and a half, not the man that you know now.
Yes.
Because he never told you that for the entire time. That's the man that you're in love with.
Yes.
But now that you know who this person is, you can't even dissect the difference between, am I in love with this man or am I in love with a sex offender? And you can't. And the thing is this: if you never really spent time with this man, you ain't that deep in. To be honest, you only deep in verbally, but the physical part you're not that deep in. So you have every opportunity to walk away and let it go, sister. Let it go. I'm telling you, let it go.
That's why I'm here.
Because you will become
hear from somebody tell me.
No, let it go.
Okay.
No matter what, let it go, because you will become a victim.
Yes, I will do that. Thank you.
I'm real talk. You can say that you're gonna do it. Let him go. Like, I would cut it all off. Cut all ties. Because you will become a victim. And what I'm saying, when I say the victim is, he's going to go back and do something again to someone else. He's using you. Exactly, Marie. He's love bombing on you to get you to, man. That man will destroy your life, have you in court. You got kids?
You're right. Yes, I do.
You got daughters?
I have one daughter, one son, on the way, a grandbaby.
How old is your daughter?
19.
She lives with you?
Yes.
Leave that man alone. You don't see the pattern? You don't see the pattern? He knows you got. Come on. The security for the sake of your daughter.
You're right. Thank you.
Boy.
Yes, I'm having a little bit hard time. That's why.
It ain't no little hard time, sister. You got to think about it like this. You have a whole daughter that lives in your house. He is doing something tactical to make you fall in love with a man that doesn't do anything with grown women, but he preys on young women. So he's going to use you to get to your daughter, not to get to you, and he's preying on your heart. Leave him alone. Leave him alone. Real talk. Let him know, listen, you're not the one for me. Your sanity, your home should come first. Your child, think about your child. You have to look at it like this. He told you he's a predator. He basically told you, I SA the young woman, I am a predator. I am a sex offender. And you have a 19-year-old daughter living in your house. He is still preying, PREYING, on you and on your child. He's manipulating you in order to get into your home, to get with your daughter. I'm sorry, but not sorry. And then you got a grandchild. Come on, sister. It ain't rocket science, but I get what you're saying, because listen, look at the comments. Look at what these women are telling. These are women telling you. These ain't men. These are women telling you. He is trying to gain access to you. Don't do it. That's all I'm gonna tell you. If you want my honest opinion, leave him alone.
I will. Thank you.
You're welcome. And I pray that you block him. You let him go. That you just. He doesn't live in. How far did he live from you? Y'all live in the same thing?
No, he lives in Houston. I live in Dallas.
Okay, well, good. Let him stay in Houston then. And don't tell him your address in Dallas. Matter of fact, block all social media. Real talk. Block his number. You need to do that like even right now. I'll be on my phone. I will block his number, block his social media. I wouldn't get that man will have no access to me whatsoever. Real talk. Let it go, because I'm telling you, the more that you allow your emotions and allow him to keep talking to you, because think about it, he's a predator, so he knows how to prey on you. Exactly. He's in predator mode. He's coming at you like making you feel like you're the luckiest woman in the world. But then will turn your house into shambles. Have your daughter be, come on. I'm thinking about your daughter. I'm not even thinking about you. I'm not thinking about him. I'm thinking about your daughter right now. The danger that you put in your daughter in just to be with someone that you claim that you love. Let me let that go. Let it go. That's all I'm gonna say. Let it go. But thank you but thank you.
Thank you.
You're welcome, sister. Listen, I appreciate you. You have an amazing day.
I appreciate you, because I did not know who do I tell how to get away from him, because he tricked me and he made me fall in love with him, and now he tells me this and I don't know what to do.
He didn't trick you. You tricked yourself. That's the thing. He didn't trick you. You tricked yourself because you heard what you wanted to hear. Well, yes, Frenchie, you're right. Learn how to forgive you. Forgive yourself. Don't forgive yourself for allowing yourself to fall for certain things. That's all it is. Just forgive yourself. That's it. And you'll be fine. And if you need to come back and you need more encouragement, that's what we do over here.
Appreciate you. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Listen, you have an amazing day, sister.
You too. Thank you.
You're welcome. What a way to end the live. What a way to end the live. This is the reason why I say, women got to be careful with some of the men out here. As you see, it took a brother a year and a half. I ain't even calling my brother. It took that beast. It took that monster a year and a half to respond, to actually tell her who she is, because he done preyed on her family. He preyed on her. He made sure that he was able to manipulate her, get her to where he wants her to get her to. And now he wants to swoop in. But guess what? He's only trying to get closer to the child. He's not trying to get with her. That is scary. That's a scary situation right there. To make someone fall in love with you, and it's all based off of a lie because of what you become. This is the reason why I do TikTok. This is the reason why I go live. This is the reason why I'm also on Instagram at the same time, because there's messages. I'm not perfect. I'm not the best man in the world. I know people say I go too hard and this, that, and the third, but at the end of the day, I'm about protecting women. I'm going to protect y'all from these monsters. But I'm also going to give it to you the way that you can understand it, the way it needs to be said. I can't sugarcoat nothing. I can't pretend. I don't do this for fun. I don't do this for sport. That's like tomorrow. Like I said, tomorrow morning, God willing, I'm gonna give these brothers this work, because there's a lot of stuff that these brothers don't understand, and I'm going in. I'm going in, because y'all ladies need to hear what some of these brothers truly have to say. They, a lot of us men, we'll come up here, we'll sugarcoat it and make it sound good because we want women to fall for like, oh, he's so smooth, he's so nice, that's how you get down. But really, a lot of us, we don't even get down the way that we say that we get down. Obviously, you see, is a man that lied to a whole woman for a year and a half, and then had the audacity to come clean. It's a joke. I want to hear my song because I need to get in the mood. Y'all know nothing about this. You ain't broken because we're going to put you back together, Pitbull. You good. Babe, it was crazy. I had to play something. You don't understand, babe. It was crazy. She said, not the song. This is the joint right here. Ladies and gentlemen, Rain Love is in the building. So y'all know how to dance this. Hey. That was my New York anthem. So, back in the day when I used to be in New York, when I lived in New York, we used to go to this club called Shadows. I don't know if some of y'all know what Shadows was, but they used to play that. That was one of the theme songs they used to play. And I didn't know what it was back then. But boy, that was that good. You know, when you could dance, when you had some good steps. But anyway, I just wanted to play that because today has been one of them days. So I say that to say this. The question was whether a woman is high value or low value. That right there tells me right there. The way that man preyed on you. That man was a low quality man. And he tried to sometimes your women get with men that will decrease your value. That man will decrease the value of who you are as a woman. Don't let nobody destroy or decrease the value of who you are. Know who you are and walk in your light, ladies. To my ladies, walk in your light. Know who you are. Do not let somebody define, especially a man, define who you are. Destroy your integrity. Don't take your voice away from who you are. And expect for you to be what he wants you to be instead of you being who you're supposed to be. To go back, I'm going to read something, then we're going to slide. Once again, I'm going back to the hard truth. A hard truth. A hard truth is that value isn't determined by social media, relationship status, or income alone. A woman who lacks respect, accountability, emotional maturity, or integrity can damage any relationship. Let me say that again. A hard truth is that value isn't determined by social media, relationship status, or income alone. A woman who lacks respect, accountability, emotional maturity, or integrity can damage any relationship, regardless of how successful or attractive she is. Likewise, a woman who communicates well, respects herself, keeps her word, and continues to grow brings value that can't be measured by approach or a paycheck. That right there explains to some of us men what a woman of value is. So if that's who you are, and you know who you are, and you represent that, that's all that matters. And I'm talking about the last part. A woman who communicates well, respects herself, and keeps her word, and continues to grow, brings value that can't be measured by appearances or a paycheck, which means we don't care about how you look. We don't care about how much money you make. It's how you how you as a woman value yourself. Anyway, Ken Stay gotta go. It's Thursday. Got one more day. So this was Brother E Dub. I see you in the building. I see you, Brother Short. What up, Dub? Man, you should have pulled up on this. Yo, tomorrow, bro. I got one for us tomorrow morning. I might need you to pull up. Some of these men, fellas, brothers, men. I got one for y'all tomorrow. I'm gonna try to do, because I gotta go, so I'm gonna probably say maybe 9. If not tomorrow, it'll be Saturday. But just look out, because I'm doing a lunch tomorrow. Tomorrow's my cousin's birthday. So of course we gotta do family time tomorrow. So we'll probably gotta slide at about, I'm gonna say maybe I gotta get with the wife, maybe like 10, 11. It'll probably, if I do it, it'll probably be in the morning, or if not, I don't want to do it in the evening. But I'll let y'all know. I'll let the fellas know when I'm doing it. This is something for men, and I think that some of us men need to we gotta air out some laundry, like these ladies did. Women aired out some laundry this morning. I love that. These sisters was airing it out this morning, and I respect that, because that's what I wanted to know. If they are high value or low value. The real question is whether a woman is high value or low value, and we got to it. We got into it, bro. Real talk. It was an amazing live this morning. I say that to say this. You know how Velvet Jones get down. Velvet Jones is back in the mornings. I'm doing me. I ride Dolo, my brother K. I see you in the building, man. You know ain't nothing but love. Ain't nothing but love for that brother. Oh, I gotta get that book too, man. I'm gonna try to get that book. Real talk. Cause I seen y'all was doing your thing yesterday with that, so I'm gonna try to get that. Nah, listen. Please do. And my new quote. Here's my new quote. You know when they say good guys finish last? It ain't good guys finish last. It's good guys complete the task. That's the 2026 quote. That's my summer quote. That's my 2026 quote. And you heard it from Velvet Jones first. Good guys complete the task. They don't finish last. Anyway, I see the clocks. All right, babe. My time is up here, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you all for joining. Thank you for the taps. We got to 113 likes. I appreciate that. Thank y'all for all the 100 and some odd people that's still here. Peace and blessings, my brother. I want to thank all the sisters that came up today and they spoke. For those that was in the comments, listen, it ain't me. It's not me. It's you guys that are in the comments that make my lives what it is. I truly appreciate y'all joining, participating. For all the new people that came in, for the new following. Listen, if you like what you hear, you want to hear more, just keep joining. Hit that bell. Get your little heart meet. I don't even ask people to get their daily heart meets. I just listen, just pull up. Pull up on me. But anyway, Can't Stay, gotta go. As always do. May the love of the Lord be with us all until we meet again. In Jesus' name, amen. Listen, I love you guys. Thank y'all again. Hopefully, either I'll be back Friday or I will be back Saturday morning. But you'll know when you see me. Pull up on me. Peace and blessing. Enjoy your day on purpose. And it's hot. Wherever you are, it's hot. Make sure you hydrate. And don't be outside playing with that sun. Because you know, you get a certain age, you're behind me laying on the corner. Anyway, Velvet Jones is out. Peace.
Yo, what's up, dog?
What's going on, bro?
Now, you know I got to be nosy, man. What the fuck's going on with y'all over there, man?
With who?